Good evening, travelers and adventurers, and what the hell is fucking
Hello.
Alvara doing here?
Why are they behind?
Alvara.
Why are they? Why is the
There's also
bunny behind
I
you,
forgot to
Twyla?
turn that one off, because that was for decay. Oops.
Gonna have a problem here?
Uh,
Alvara?
yeah, there's a problem, and I'm gonna tell you what that problem is.
So you're discriminating against elves?
Yes, with our
I
almost
personally-
entirely elf party, I'm discriminating against elves.
I personally
I
think
mean,
we should
you
keep
gotta
Alvara this session, just in case we need her. She is
Yeah,
level 9.
she can swoop in and help us.
Also, apologies in advance,
How's everyone doing
lovelies.
tonight?
Hello, lovelies. Apologies in advance.
Ignore that.
There's a Maya bird behind me who is beeping something fierce, so if you hear her tonight, that is what that is.
Yeah, tonight's
Also,
stream gonna be
that's not it. It's gonna be a little rocky for a number of reasons, and I will tell you why. First and foremost, this is the last stream we will be doing with me on this like archaic fucking laptop. I mean, this thing is a dinosaur, and I would really love to take it out back, but I can't do that. So we're gonna just see if we can run this session smoothly. We'll see how it goes. Geez, someone is tip tapping away.
That's
Shut up.
Ash.
She's like, shut up.
And the other thing is that you know, I'm marginally toasty right now. I'm on vacation. But potions come around.
Is it
boy.
just me,
Anyway,
or is
how
he
has everyone been doing
stuttering?
today?
He's stuttering.
Oh,
Stuttering
fuck.
bad.
Oh,
We stuttering a
God.
bit.
But the how's everyone doing today came through pretty clear.
Doing good.
Good. So we're gonna try our best here. So let's start with how everyone's day is going.
A potion
Well, let's just talk.
Oh
Let's
no,
start with
who's doing the
potions.
potion? Me! Okay, I'll do it. I'll do it for you. You know what?
Okay, good.
Um, you guys might also notice we are missing Andy, our dear Ark. I think they will be here. I think they're just running a little late. I think I heard Derek say he would double all potions given to him. You might be onto something there, Aztec.
No.
No, as he grabs more
I
bottles.
didn't say.
Oh jeez.
Lord
That's what he
help me,
said.
Lord above, Lord help.
Oh, this one might be a little rocky tonight, guys. But we love you, and we're glad that you're here, and we're gonna make it the best we can. Can Maya play
trying.
Ark? Yeah, she can.
We're trying real hard.
It's
Okay,
a little
I
rough.
finally have the chat up. Okay, we're gonna give this our best.
Ah!
If things do go a little poorly, then my apologies in advance. Okay,
Maya's
so
after my
let's talk
beer!
about inspiration.
Oh, inspiration.
This stinky
Who
little
won?
bird, and I hear her.
Ah,
So, 2 weeks ago, which is the last time we played Strahd, players voted, and Twyla got the player inspiration for her clever use of spells and good RP.
I
It was
forgot
a
about
nice
that,
combat
thank you.
encounter. You guys made short work of it. I expected that to be a little bit more fierce, but you guys made short work of it. That's going to inform how I treat you guys going forward.
Oh no.
And then
No,
on
no,
Discord, you guys
no.
voted for community inspiration. No, don't mind that. Don't mind. I didn't say anything. You guys voted on Discord, and Ark won
Ooh, it's getting clear.
won inspiration quite handily, as a matter of fact.
Somebody tell
So
him.
as soon as he's on, we'll let him know. But otherwise, we'll keep that to ourselves.
We'll keep it a surprise
Why
for
don't
when
we,
he shows
go-
up.
Why don't we go ahead and start with a little bit of a recap from our very own Lobren and see how 2 weeks ago went.
I want
Why
you
is
to
it that?
read
Who
it
won
tonight.
player or who won community vote?
Ark.
No, that's not happening.
Awesome. Does he lose it because he's late? Kidding.
Maya.
Alright. So here's what we got. Session 18. Favorite introduced herself to Casimir Velikal, the man she spoke to previously, saying she would be back before at a later time. Back before at a later time? That sounds like a really shitty 80s sci-fi movie that was a rip-off of Back to the Future.
Back
at a later
before
time.
at a later time.
It's derivative. Back at a later time to take him up on his offer, relaying the same to Aragal and saying that the party would continue to look for his niece. Meanwhile, Twyla messaged Rictavio. I love how we say message. It's almost like they're texting, you know? It's like, message, I'm texting you. It's not, but, you know, it's almost
It
like...
is.
Anyway.
Twyla texted her
You sent an AIM.
boyfriend.
Twyla just messaged Rictavio. You want to have the date in the tower? A question mark? Smile emoji.
Oh
Woo.
god. Fingers together emoji.
Yeah, so basically, no, she did ask if they wanted to have the date in the tower that night. The party met around Van Richten, who offered some gear, which led to Twyla acquiring new studded leather armor that had a unique infusion, which was unspecified. Meanwhile, Lobren collected gold for their delivery efforts from Stefani as he bid her and Elvir farewell, and everyone grouped up to head over to Van Richten's tower. On the road to Van Richten's tower, Twyla chatted with Favorite and Lucia, admiring them for their efforts so far and stating her intention to learn how to use a sword alongside her magical abilities. Twyla next complimented on how Favorite was getting better in her magical abilities and about how brave Lucia was, with Favorite chiming in with her agreement. Lucia then asked Twyla to study her gun, which Twyla noticed was missing a few pieces from being able to function. As they continued along the road, they encountered a woman with red hair. ... Anastasia. Who mentioned...
Anastasia.
Anastasia. What?
Oh.
Alright, we're done. Anastasia, who mentioned that Strahd... Wait, I just got it. Anastasia?
Oh, come on.
Like, anybody see that? Wouldn't mind if a few of his playthings went missing as she suddenly attacked. The party initially struggled, but Lobren and Lucia got into a rhythm early as the rest of the party began landing some devastating strikes as well. After an intense bout of fighting, Twyla slayed the first with a quick dash of her rapier. The party continued working together, landing blows on Anastasia and the rest of her vampire pack. Twyla eventually fired off several bolts of magic missile on Anastasia, puncturing her chest and finishing her off. The others began to flee as their leader collapsed. Rictavio fired a bullet into two of them to finish him off, but despite Ark and Lobren's efforts to chase him down, one did get away. One managed to run into the night, and that was where we left off.
I'm sure that won't be trouble.
Woo!
And now, what could go wrong with
I
that?
bet it'll be fun.
Real quick,
I
is it
wanted
okay
to
if I...
chase it, but you are like, no.
Is it okay if I get up for 1 second and put Maya to bed? She's actually being quite nasty.
Oh yeah, I
I'm
gotta get
gonna
rid of
count down
them.
from 20.
Alright, hold on.
Bedtime.
20.
Spike him like a
19.
football. Hi Fables, hi Annika, hi Paper, hi
18.
Aztec. I was waving to everyone in chat.
Hi, all my friends.
Everybody?
Hello, my beautiful, wonderful people, my sweet, darling angels.
Oh.
Thanks, Lobren. No, you know what, Aztec? I fucking kicked ass early on. I was like one of the few people landing hits. I also gave Lucia.
Hi Cadillac.
Lucia was landing.
Hi Rylan.
The recap according to Lobren. Everyone fucking had a hard time.
I'm
Lobren
back.
did not.
Lobren sweeps. Lobren diff.
Lobren did.
Watch the fucking bottom.
Yeah. Anastasia showed up and was like, Lobren, you're so dreamy. I want to kill everyone but you.
Wait, what board am I supposed to be on right now?
That did
Ash,
happen.
that
I
fucking
think the
screenshot
wagon.
you just sent me.
Why did
I'm
it...
fucking dying.
Let me put it in where would it be? I'll put it in media so everyone can see what I just sent Twyla.
I almost spit my fucking drink out at that.
Anastasia was like, yeah, Strahd won't mind if a few of his playthings go missing. And speaking of playthings, I'm gonna make you a plaything of mine. And she pointed to Lobren, and everyone was like, oh.
Okay.
It happened.
Dang.
It happened, actually.
Excuse me.
You guys
Also,
I
remember
love
part?
that.
Was wild, man.
That portly man in a bowl cut.
Oh, yes.
Oh boy.
Yes.
throwing this out there
Yes, king.
while we're
Pile of water.
Oh, that's right. Paper had a potion that they did during decay, but it was at the end, so we said we would do it this time.
yeah, we gotta roll d20s and see who gets closest to a 9.
A 9.
It can't be a 9,
are
but we have
so
to see who
right.
gets closest.
Natural 20.
19. I'm safe.
All right.
I got a 5. It's pretty damn close to a 9.
Oh.
DM burned a natty 1, and I burned a natural 20. We kind of fucked ourselves here, guys.
Are they natty?
Excellent. Are they natties though?
Big naturals.
Let me roll just for the fun of it.
Rickton's big
Oh, I
naturals.
rolled pretty well.
Well, that makes it me.
Please do not
I-
make the
I-
rabbit suffer.
I
The rabbit has
burned
done nothing.
A nice
Would Rickton's
17.
big naturals be his balls? Okay.
Gruta, oh my god. Gruta, thank you so much for the hydrate, Cynthia, and the posture check.
And Rickton's mushy sack.
So it's not. Oh,
The
no.
Jack Link.
Bag. He's a burlap bag.
Implying that a man can't have wonderful.
Oh, I'm kind of glad
You
to
make a
cut off this
very- you
thing.
make a
That man
very
can't
valid
have
point.
We're all glad
What?
he cut off
You
there.
make a very valid point.
Don't have
there.
him repeat it. Don't have him repeat it.
I have no idea. What
Well, now I kind of want to know. What were you gonna say, Derek?
Implying that a man can't have succulent, wonderful, juicy, bouncy. Excuse me. Anyway.
Oh god.
Moving on.
You
know
got
what?
a nice bounce to your chest.
Ark
like
said
how
he'll
he does-
be. Go ahead.
For
No, you go first. This is more important.
Ark said he'd be on in just a second, so
Oh.
to stall for like a tiny second, I was just gonna tell you about the hilarious thing Maya did when I put her to bed.
What'd she do?
I put her to bed and I closed her cage and she immediately stormed off to her food bowl and just dunked her head in there the fastest and hardest I've ever seen her do it in like retaliation. And just started like grouch eating.
Damn.
Or how she eating? She's like, I hate
Aggressive
this
bird.
Started
stupid
just-
house.
That is an angry, evil dynasty.
I fucking hate it here. Just starts eating
You
seed
accept
rapidly.
MasterCard?
This house is a fucking nightmare.
I'm so mad. I'm gonna
Crawls
eat
on
more
top of the
seeds so I
fridge.
can be less mad.
Get out. Get in the cover. Get in the
We're
washer.
level 5, right?
Yeah.
We're level
Or-
6.
Yeah.
We're
Level
level
6.
6?
We're level
Yeah,
6.
we leveled up.
Level 6, you goobers.
Level up to 6.
What
Are
is
you
that?
ki- are
What
you
is that
kidding?
vine?
Man.
I have to
No,
roll
we're level
hit
6.
die.
Roll
Oh.
hit die.
Oh,
Aztec, Aztec just
We're
said,
gonna-
just remember, Tailspire not only follows you, but knows your streaming schedule.
Oh, I rolled a
We are-
2.
Gruta with the 40 stream watch streak, thank you so
Do me a favor.
much!
Wow,
That's
40.
it. Get in the hand dryer.
Bruto,
This house
not
is a
only do we
fucking
love
nightmare.
you, but you're beautiful, you're my darling, yes, that's all I have to say.
Thank
Now
you, Gruta.
that I like.
We got time since we're waiting for
I
Mark.
like it, I like it a lot.
I mean, we can keep
You got-
going, I just was trying to see if you'd pop in that, like, small
You got
moment.
more spells.
No, let's continue with the small chat. So, I bought Elden Ring. You may have heard of it.
I did too.
Oh, yes. I'm buying
But
it myself.
try not to bring
Yeah.
politics to the stream. These what were their names? Like, what are like the Strahd people names? The people that live in Barovia? I was gonna try and make a joke with that.
I
The
don't-
Vistani or the other one?
Not the zombie, like Vistani, yeah.
Hi, Andy.
Hello,
Hey, Andy.
friends. How are you?
Wait, that's not Ark.
Wait a
What?
minute.
Oh, hold on. Wait.
What's going on here?
Ark,
Who does
what-
that?
Jenny-
That's
Craig
a
is
German
really
fairy
good.
about to make someone
Who
explode
are
for not
you?
eating their breakfast.
It
Who
turns
joined
out
the
Ark is
campaign?
actually just 2 minas in a trench coat.
Ark is 2 meters in a trench coat? That's terrifying.
Who joins a campaign as the wrong character?
Me, apparently.
I did that.
Zach
What
did
a blunder,
earlier.
right?
Yeah.
real goofy
Who joined
goober
the
would do
wrong
that.
person?
Oh my god, we have a Knoll in the party.
Oh.
They're actually called
Great
colos
stuff.
in Pathfinder, which is
Ooh.
weird. But I guess it's a
Oh.
legal thing.
It's a legal thing.
Melon.
Literally a legal thing.
Melon.
Noel is trademark.
I think
That's
they
the one.
are.
Is it actually?
Wait, okay, so
Is
Everyone's
Noel
here.
trademark? I gotta look
so
that
Well,
up.
is
I'll
our
talk about that
proficiency
after.
bonus a 3, right?
It goes up automatically. You shouldn't have to worry about it when you set your level.
Okay, cool. So that now my DC is 16 for things.
Yippee! Your spells are better,
Yeah.
and you have
nasty.
more.
I do. I remember like looking at the spells, but then like never like adding like my HP or the spell or the fat or changing the level 5 to level 6. I just didn't do anything.
Yeah.
It's okay though, because I'm fixing it all right now, and everything's fine.
Not okay. You need to be on top of this.
We're at the 23-minute mark, which is about the usual.
Oh
for
my
us before we
God.
actually play any D&D.
This is the worst we've ever done.
I know.
It's
but
fine,
To be
it's
fair,
fine, we're having
we're
fun.
having
It's about
technical
standard, it's about standard.
difficulties.
We're going for the record. Yeah, no, it really isn't that bad.
So
No, remember that one time we were all got like really fucked up early because people were doing shop redeems and we started like 30 minutes into the stream.
Yeah,
It
true.
was in decay, like.
No,
session 12.
it's really not abnormal as a matter of fact, because we are cretins who get up to no good. That's just the fact of the matter.
Dubious little
I
creep.
thought that was already known.
Did somebody say shot redeem, by the way?
Damn it! I've already had
Oh,
2.
yeah.
Are
I'm
you
gonna
kidding?
fucking kill you, dude.
Did somebody say 50 hit
All right, here we go.
points as a level 6 druid? Because
Let us
that's
move
what I
on.
have.
I
Raw.
have 39, so thanks for making me feel like shit.
45.
Ugh.
I'm a
Uh,
fucking fighter. How are you all better?
I have
God damn it.
I have 572.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah, we
That's
know
Strahd's
that.
hit points.
We know that's
Strahd's
Strahd.
hit points.
Yeah, Strahd's hit
No,
points.
there's no
Write
way
that down.
Strahd has
Some-
over 200.
No, I know. He
Actually, I don't
Well,
think he's
I mean,
got over 200. I just think
regenerate.
he's probably got a lot of stuff that makes him really good.
Anyway,
he has over 9,000.
Oh.
You know, sometimes I really am amazed that we've got lovelies out
Aztec,
there
don't say a
that,
word. I know you know.
that watch us just do nothing but word salad for about 30 minutes.
Witty, what are your hit points as a
Word
wizard?
salad. Yummy,
Yummy, yummy. 35.
That's pretty. Wait.
Shall we
I rolled a
continue?
2 plus 3.
Yes, let's continue.
No, I have 49 hit points. I lied.
Indeed,
49.
indeed.
Okay.
Let's keep
Okay, so-
going.
Before we really get into it, I just want to make sure everyone's hearing me okay. I'm not breaking up, correct?
Not anymore.
Right?
Not anymore. And actually, your delay is kind of gone too.
Don't bring it up.
Oh,
No,
you gotta
don't
love
jinx
it,
it.
dude. We love it. We love it when a
Knocking
stream
on
comes.
wood.
Knocking on wood.
Okay, so where we last left you guys, you were beaten, bruised, but victorious over your first encounter with vampire spawns, of which you know there are many. Many of them adventurers like you, who had ended up in their own way at a very unfortunate end. A reminder at how difficult your situation is, being Strahd's playthings in Barovia. That leaves you on the Svalak Woods, heading towards Rictavio's tower. Rictavio, who had been at the helm of the wagon, and takes it once more, though he seems to have something of a distant stare. His expression's difficult to read, but he's just kind of staring headlong down the road, or saying vacantly, "All right, let's get a move on. It's not getting any younger out here."
Ark, please, will you come sit inside? You got hurt really bad.
Oh yeah, I healed you, Ark. Let's go now, please.
Yes,
I forgot
thank
we're
you
out of
very
here.
much.
Twyla's just kind of, or no, Lucia's kind of blankly staring as she gets into the thing. Well, that was a experience. One down though. As she like pats the pouch of dust.
Yeah.
Damn.
I'm
I
gonna
have
laugh nervously at that, but also
There is a like concerning, how do I put it, enthusiasm in that statement.
Yes, one down indeed, and glory and adventure await us forward, I say.
No.
Ark
still
is gonna
think
look at
Strahd's gonna
another
come,
down.
like, try and kill us, do you?
Well, he already kind of wanted to. I guess that's why she was here.
Come, let us fight. Let us sing a tale of glory in our
I'm
day.
tired of running anyway.
I don't
Maybe
think
Tones will be ready.
I don't think we're ready for that yet.
I am
Right,
not
yeah.
afraid. I'm just kidding. I'm terrified of that prospect. But we
I don't think
we do work
Strahd
well
wanted
together,
us
I will
dead
say.
originally. I think that might happen though after the events of tonight.
I mean, it's technically her fault. Like, what were we supposed to do? Just let her kill us?
No.
Rudolph,
But
in the guise of Rictavio, kind of speaks up, and he kind of goes, "No, that wasn't his doing. No, he wouldn't have done it like that.
It was sloppy.
No, we have much to think about. But first, let's get to safety, or
How close is your tower?
as close.
Oh.
Oh
You're in
no.
a mess.
No,
You're good.
Derek, you're breaking
not
up
fucked.
Less than an hour.
again.
Okay, we're
Less
good.
than
We're
an
good.
hour, right? Yeah, we got it. As long as we get it.
I think we gotta like pause before we freak out about the
Am I
pause.
coming through?
You're coming through.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
think,
you're good.
I think we freak out a bit too early.
For the crowd.
Let's keep things exciting.
You know,
It's
it's
always
for
exciting
dramatic
around
effect.
That would be a good
I'll
answer.
stay in the helm, I guess, and I'll look to him and say, "Is that alright if I stay up here for the rest of the way?"
I insist that you do. It's alright, I'd like to talk to you.
Right. She sits
I'm
down, but
sorry.
she looks fucking frazzled and horrified at what they've just done, so she kind of sits with a very vacant stare, keeping one hand gripped on,
Okay.
like, the edge of her
And he
rapier.
And he gives a whip to the reins, and the wagon gets its regular pace going once more. Bertavio, usually quite a watchful sort, almost like paranoid, you could say, has quite the 1,000-yard circle at this particular moment. Yeah. And pardon that, someone dropped off a drink. Great service right here. And 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 without even looking at you, he just kind of like under his breath in a way. He's saying in a hushed tone to the extent that others will not hear him, and he kind of leans over to Twilight a little bit, and he says, do you realize what this might mean?"
I think so. I don't know if I'm prepared for it, though.
I don't think there's preparing for it. I've been here far longer than all of you. I've been attempting to prepare for it myself. And the one thing that's made it easier is knowing that, well, he's been alive for a very long time. He's been indolent for even longer. No, I've never seen him angry. I think this might be a wrench in our plans. Don't tell the others.
First time for everything.
I won't.
I was.
Hold on.
Damn.
I got a sentence.
You're good.
I won't, but do you think this will be maybe even just a little? I don't know. Do you think his anger could be a weakness for him?
Ooh.
I don't know. I'm gonna have to think about this. But just stay close. And don't let the others know that, I don't really have a plan for this particular contingency.
Well, don't worry. Neither do we. Maybe we can make one together.
Yeah, well. And then with that, he's just gonna keep his attention on the reins a little bit. I might ask everyone what your formations are while you're on the road for this last particular hour.
I am right on the cart with Farron. We're like basically right behind where
Yeah, where they're sitting.
Rick
I
and
didn't
Twyla
realize
are.
it was a private convo. That's why I stopped, because I was like, oh, I'm not supposed to be listening to that, so I will not ask a
Explicitly,
question
he's
to
saying
them.
it in such a way that, like,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
guys would not hear it just passively.
Yeah,
Unless
that's
you
why I
guys
was
were
like,
really trying to
never mind. No, I wouldn't be that nosy.
Are you sure?
Not with Twyla.
Well, that's a change.
Hey!
I'm kidding, I'm playing with you.
Not with Twyla. With anybody else, yeah, whatever. But not with, like, Twyla or Lucia or Ark.
Just Lobren.
The night is still quite young. And whereas normally this early in the night you would still probably have some silver of dusk kind of like hitting the horizon line here, in particular in the woods and in Barovia, it is starkly dark. The darkness doesn't just loft; it hangs like the thick mist that's just on the outskirts of the forest. It's only through the torches of the wagons that you guys are able to see 10 feet in front of you on these roads. The woods make occasional sounds. You hear distant cries of wolves. Howls, that is. They don't really cry so much. And yet, hold on one quick. I'm just going to quick roll here.
No, don't make another
And
roll.
yet, sorry, an hour means I had to. 10 minutes becomes half an hour. Half an hour becomes an hour. And in the silence...
And then Strahd.
and Strahd shows up and says, "Hey, motherfuckers."
He knows already.
And then the woods part. and what you see before you is something of a small lake. And as the woods part, what you see is that there is something of a causeway, a sort of muddy dirt path that leads out. And in the center of the lake, there is a tower. Thick fog creeps over the dark, still waters, and the trail ends at a grassy-covered stretch that goes over 100 yards across the lake to a flat, marshy island with a tower atop it. The tower itself is old and decrepit, with collapsing scaffolds clinging to one side where a large gash has split the wall. Time-worn griffin statues, their wings and flanks covered with moss, perch atop buttresses that support the walls. And parked at the base of the tower, within sight of the entrance, is a barrel-topped wagon splattered with mud. As you're coming upon this scene, Octavio kind of furrows his brow a little bit. It looks like he's got a bit of a knot in his brow. Doesn't say anything, but just kind of whips the reins once more, seeming to lead his wagon towards the narrow causeway itself. At this moment, what are you all doing? Oh, and also, before you even say that, I'm going to have you all change to board Van Richten's tower.
Wow,
We're going to
we
his
I was
crib.
gonna roll a
New board?
perception check.
Wow!
new board.
Oh, it's a cool tower. I was
It's
just
easy.
gonna roll a perception.
It's gonna take like a minute for this to load for me.
That's fine.
It's really cool.
This is
Theo's
not
just
cool.
kind of fiddling with their hair again, as she kind of just
I'm on
sees
board,
how asymmetrical it is.
Oh,
Right.
I will be just
Yeah,
at
the
the
tower
helm with
itself
Van
does-
Richten remaining silent.
The tower itself looks like it was masterfully made at one point, but it's just really fallen to time. I mean, it's still structurally sound, seems like. Scaffolding aside, it seems vaguely out of place. Like the causeway, the little island in the middle of the lake, it just seems really manufactured. As you guys come upon, or go upon the causeway, what you notice is that it almost seems as though there's barely enough stretch of land for one wagon. Like it's very intentionally kind of made that way. Until you guys are finally on the island itself, second wagon just before you.
Fancy.
Go ahead and roll perception if you were going to.
I just wanted to.
Heard.
The reason I was doing so is I was just making sure, like, I wanted to keep an eye out to see if it looked like anyone was around or following us or anything weird.
Ooh.
That should.
Oh, my
be.
dice just fell in the water. Nat one.
That's mine did too.
I am too distracted by my hair being like so
It's a
isolated.
watery nat one.
It's a 19.
Yeah,
I
I
got a
also, had,
4.
I also had a 19.
I got a 14.
If you go under the water, little
Yeah,
bubbles pop up. If you go like deep enough, it's really satisfying.
It is very satisfying.
I've been doing it for like a minute. I can't stop.
I really like the attention to detail with stuff like that. It's
Mhm.
satisfying.
Tailspire, this is all very satisfying.
Mhm.
That's fine, we love you.
Keep up
Hashtag
keep
not
up the
sponsored.
bubbles.
I don't think.
No.
Not
No.
sponsored, but open to it.
Not sponsored, but we love them.
But open to it, yeah. Reach out to us, we're waiting.
Pay close attention to how nicely we're describing this VTT right now.
Oh, Lord.
Whoever's out there
Anyway.
watching, and we know you're out there.
Ark would like to ask Rictavio, does anything live in this lake? Anything we should be concerned about?
This particular lake shouldn't be. All kinds of fish, but last time I were here, it was mostly a scenic environment. That said, it's the things out of the lake you should be more concerned about. Stay close and don't touch anything, if you wouldn't
Beach
mind.
day. No.
What does
Oh my god, we're having our beach day, Eric. Those of you who among you rolled above a 15 with perception?
Me.
Just Mariah and me, I think.
We got 19s.
Okay. You too see that under the layers of mud, the wagon that's just to the right of the tower sports a fresh coat of purple paint. Its wheels have a fancy gold trim. looks finely made. A brass lantern hangs from each corner, not lit, and red drapes cover tombstone-shaped windows on each side. The steel padlock secures the back door, and hanging from that very same door is a very cheaply and hastily made wooden sign that says, "Werewolves Welcome."
Oh.
Hello?
Does this wagon look
Uh,
familiar to any other wagons we've seen at all in this campaign, or is
No,
it
it does.
like completely
It
different?
does not. This looks not only completely different, but quite unique to other covered wagons that you've seen in Barovia. It almost has that kind of garish, vaguely circusy look that Rictavio's wagon, the one you're in right now, looks.
I think
then,
upon seeing. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I was just gonna say. I think upon seeing that, I would lean forward to Octavio and be like, "Got a thing for werewolves?" As I point to the wagon.
Lucy, a
He's
1,000
gonna-
yards there.
He's gonna kind of cast you a sort of a bemused look, and he's gonna say, "That's not my wagon. Do me a favor and especially don't touch that.
Oh.
Friend of mine.
Oh, okay. I thought you meant someone
peculiar.
broke into your home.
She has a peculiar sense of humor."
Duly noted.
Who is it? A friend.
She's, I haven't seen her in a while. Protege of mine. I'd call her a friend, but we didn't leave on very good terms. Her name's Esmeralda Davenir.
Oh, pretty name.
Aztec is very hype in the chat right now.
With that 19, did I notice like anything strange, like maybe like anyone following us, or no?
Not so much. You do hear wolf howls on the horizon. It sounds like they in the woods. This particular area, there's more evidence of bestial residents here than there were in, let's say, like woods.
I can get down with that.
Is more evidence.
Are we just hearing
closer
werewolf
to,
gooning in the horizon?
Oh.
What the?
You don't see him. You hear plenty.
You hear
The woods seem alive, very much so.
You don't see it, but you hear it.
The woods
there
are always alive, silly.
Would there be lodging for us, Rickton? Or at least some place for privacy? I kind of need to do something.
Right. It's not. It doesn't have many of the comforts of home. I haven't been here in a little bit. It's been some months, as a matter of fact. That's been quite by intention, but there should be room for all of us. Top floor. Watch your step going in, if you wouldn't mind. And as he kind of like stations the wagon to the left of the tower, where there's a little bit more room, giving the horses plenty of room to kind of forage and make themselves comfortable. He hops up over closer to the tower itself. Those of you who are kind of approaching with him notice that the tower door is made of iron with no visible handles or hinges. And in the middle of it is a large embossed symbol, connected series of lines with 8 stick figures set around it. Carved until the initial above the door is a word, and that word spells Hazan.
What does it spell?
Azan?
Hazan, Khazan.
What's that
Interesting.
mean? As I point to it.
You're asking that to Rudolph?
Yeah.
Okay. He just
The
kind of,
red-nosed reindeer.
as he's approaching... First of all, before he even answers that, who is getting within 5 feet of the tower?
I am.
I am.
That's me.
I am
can see it.
specifically.
Okay, so everyone's getting
After I
pretty close.
dismount.
No,
yeah.
I am staying at the wagon, and before everyone gets off, I want to ask Twyla. Twyla, can I borrow your dagger for a couple minutes?
Oh. Yeah, of course. And I'll hand her
I'll give it back.
my spare dagger.
And then I will, as everyone exiting the wagon, I'll just say, I would like a couple minutes to myself in here. I need to take care of something.
Oh, okay.
Right.
And she'll just close the
to
door.
let you
She will not be going to the tower.
Fair warning to all of you, if you have any particular magic means that are very important to you, leave them out.
Oh.
What?
And then he's
Oh,
going
what'd
to
you
turn his
say?
attention to you, favoring. He's going to say, if you have any magical means of great importance to you, leave them outside of the tower. And then he's going to turn his attention to Theron, and he's going to say, Azan was the former inhabitant of this tower, one who made it. He was a mage, architect at that. He was responsible for the building of Ravenloft. Found his home here for a time, but no longer.
I see.
And then, as he says that, he's kind of tracing his fingers in a pattern along the sigil that was described. He just kind of like keeps a hand up in a gesture that says, "All right, keep your distance."
What if someone steals my staff, though?
I'm gonna take out
I
the
don't
little...
think anyone's going to be coming around here. This is a pretty secluded area. Catch my meaning.
Okay. I'll put my staff and my wand of bird calls outside.
I'm gonna take
Alright.
my little stone of cleansing, use it, and then just put it on the wagon.
I'm gonna
The house.
turn to him, and she's gonna be fiddling with the ring that's on her pinky, and she's gonna go, should I maybe leave my spell books in the wagon, or this? And she holds up the ring. It's her focus.
Well, they'll be fine once you leave, but when you're in there, they won't have any use to you.
I see. Is it okay if I leave them in the wagon?
Should be no trouble by me.
Alright, I'm gonna go up to the wagon and leave my spell books and my arcane focus.
As you open it, you hear like a grunt and occupado.
Lucia, are you okay?
I'm doing something. Give me a minute.
I just gotta leave my magic stuff. He said if I take it in the tower, it's gonna lose its power.
Can we
Okay.
say that I handed you my stuff too, Twyla?
Yeah,
She
I'll
just
stick
like
it in
sticks
there.
her hand out the window with like the cloth and just like.
Ark is. Oh, sorry. Good.
No, I wasn't gonna say anything.
Ark is going to go up to Rictavio and say, so you said things that are magical won't work in this tower. And Ark is going to look a little bit nervously at the tower.
While
Is,
you're in there, and once you leave, they'll be fine once more. The architect of this particular place was quite paranoid. Took me a little bit of doing to make a home out of this place.
What about someone who may or may not be alive because of magic?
I don't think it takes into account things that deep into it. Catch my meaning.
Well, that's your coin flip.
All right, I guess I'll follow you guys inside.
So I wouldn't even be able to
As if it-
cast spells inside. Is that what you're
Indeed.
saying?
That's correct.
Interesting.
Certain magic works in there, but only by that of the designer.
Interesting.
It's
I'm not that.
irritating, a pain, but it does make for quite the safe haven.
I suppose that's true.
I'm gonna scoop Dollop up in my hands and go, will he disappear?
It's
No!
magical familiar.
Yeah.
Just
Might be best
feathers.
to leave him waiting at the cart.
I'm gonna hold Dollop
He's
in
an
my
owl. He'll enjoy the night there.
I'm gonna look at him and go, no offense, but have you seen him?
Oh my god.
He
Farid is gonna audibly gasp at the
he
fact that Dollop has to be alone.
that wouldn't be well for him. He's different. And I'm gonna look at him and I'm gonna go, Dollop, I care about you more than most things in this world, and if anything happened to you, I wouldn't forgive myself for it. So for now, is it okay if I send you back until I can call on you again? Just for a day,
He
maybe?
just looks up to you with gigantic owl eyes, and he just
Yeah,
kind
palm
of
he
like
is.
gives you the closest he can to an avian nod, but then he kind of like he gives you like a friendly little peck on your cheek.
I give him a big kiss on his head, and I go, I love you, Dollop. I'll see you soon, okay? And then he poofs.
No! Bring him back now.
How long has this whole conversation been? Like as a whole?
Probably like a minute.
Okay.
Ark is going to tie up his horse to the cart.
Wait. A very important question. What color is the grass here?
Oh.
Oh yeah, what color is the grass?
Is it
again?
blue?
It's like a deep mossy green. There is some fine moss. It is not bluegrass.
Oh,
Oh,
look,
it's
the
not
bluegrass. No, wait,
bluegrass.
that's
It's
mold.
mostly kind of like sedgy. It's not even really grass. It's more like sedge.
Oh, I can't ever look Coriander in the face again.
I'll make a do. I'm okay.
Free Shavakadu.
Free
Free
Shabbat.
Shabbat.
And he finishes tracing the sigil. The door opens seemingly on its own accord, revealing a very dark, kind of musty room before you. The flagstone floor is strewn with debris. A few old crates stand near the east wall. A torn curtain to the south partially obscures the tower vestibule. A 5-foot square indentation in the center of the floor contains 4 pulleys attached to taut iron chains that stretch up through similarly sized holes in the rotten wooden ceiling. Standing next to the chains are 4 tall, ornate clay statues. Looks like someone put a lot of time into making them. And it's with this that Rudolph kind of begins lighting a torch. He's kind of like flicking flint against steel, slowly lighting it. Just going, place needs a little love. They haven't been in here a while. Looks like Ez hasn't been here in a minute either. Hello?
Are we
Oh,
gonna?
sorry, good. I thought I lost you guys.
No.
No.
I was gonna say, is this something we're role playing? Is this tower enterable or no?
Yeah, you never put our minis down.
Yeah, you can. Oh my god, you're so right. I didn't put them in.
Also, Derek, put down the other mini that I have for myself, the one with my last name included. You should see it.
You just reminded me. I need to buy something, Farin.
I made a more accurate Faerun mini. No, not that one, Derek.
Well, he's gonna have to like put it down
It
and
has
link it
your
to you and do
name on
some stuff.
Oh, that's weird. There's another one. There should be another one where she has a different staff and longer hair.
I'll see what I can do.
Let me know when like a good amount of time has passed.
1 moment. Just a moment, please.
You're good. You're good. Take it in.
Cadillac Jack, I miss Dollop already.
What
I
is a
missed
good
it.
amount
I
of
know.
time, Lucia?
Can we get like 20 minutes? Can we get like a dollop?
A dollopy
Plushie?
a plushie? That's just an owl.
It has to
Start
have
capturing
his
all
like
that
trademark expression of "I'm gonna die."
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty
What if-
accurate.
What if it was-
You squeeze it and it's just like sounds of Derek doing the dollop noises.
What if instead?
I don't want to alarm you, but there's a camera and a mic in this. Have you seen that video? It's like a smiling friend's
I'm
plushie.
sorry
You
to say-
squeeze it. I don't mean to alarm you, but there's a camera and a microphone in this doll.
Yeah. Yeah,
What
I've
if we
seen that.
started a like an owl sanctuary?
Oh,
That'd
Sorry
be
to tell you,
perfect.
sorry to tell you, Mariah, but I don't see any other minis, so we're just gonna have to suffice with this for the time being.
Oh, but I connected it.
Sorry.
What happened?
You reminded me.
We'll see if we can find it at break or something.
and I just have to wait
Okay.
for next session.
Okay.
Yeah, maybe it just hasn't like had enough time, you know.
Let's do it when you're not using my fucking decrepit laptop in a different state.
Yeah, this dude, I gotta tell you, like, I'm constantly concerned that this thing's just gonna crash on me. It's like I'm dealing with a live bomb.
Well, if it does,
I've
I'll
tried
just
telling you
deal
that
with it.
laptop sucks.
It does. Well, that's all I had going for me.
Okay.
We gotta get you just a
Before,
Chromebook.
I guess a lot of people are about to start doing like stuff in the tower, and so after a brief amount of time has passed, everyone's still outside or about to enter.
I'm going in.
Yeah, so I'm assuming people are falling behind Rudolph.
I think I'd take one last look at the cart. Knowing
Oh,
Lucia was in there.
You'll see it first then.
Oh,
The door will like swing open, and
Okay.
Lucia will walk out visibly different. She has cut her hair and has cut parts of her outfit to be more practical. In fact, Shit, Fuji's not loading. Okay, there we go. Look on stream for the new art.
Emphasis on the
waiting.
ears. Yes.
There she
I'm waiting.
is.
I'm waiting.
I've been so excited about this.
Feel free to post the art in the art corner for the thing,
Oh yeah.
I will.
Winnie.
Them ears, though.
Yeah.
Dude,
There
I'm
she
stoked
is.
about this. Feels like a whole new Lucia.
It does.
It is a new.
She has
Jared is
bags
just
under
gonna
her eyes.
go.
She
Hot
has
mama.
She has bags under her eyes.
Whoa.
Her head will kind of like, she'll kind of reel back at that reaction, and she'll kind of like shyly wave. Hi.
Lucia, you chopped it off.
It was asymmetrical. It was bothering me.
It looks so good.
In her hand, there was like a giant, like massive red hair.
Mhm.
Do you want me to burn the hair?
Burnt hair doesn't smell good, does it?
Smells awful.
I guess you weren't here, Lobren. Everybody went in.
You
but
turn
me.
around, Lobren's just there.
Well, you probably would have heard
I
Hot
actually, I
Mama.
never said I went in.
You heard Hot Mama turned around.
I feel like if
instantly.
anyone heard Sphairon yell "Hot Mama," they'd be like, "What?"
I was definitely like one of the last ones in because I had to put my little stone over here and tie up coriander. So I'm just like, oh, well, it looks good. It looks good.
I
That's what.
did.
Yeah, I need something more practical now that we are in the shit, as one would say.
Yeah. Well, do you feel better a little bit? You know, it's a big change.
I feel different. We'll see if better is a descriptor later.
All right. I'll take different for now. I think that's a good start.
Okay. Rotavio is Rodolph is entering the first floor, kind of looking around a little bit while he lights the torch, waving it around and just kind of sneering as if to say, "Ooh boy, this place has become quite the dump." Then he looks to one of the foreplay golems and he says, "First floor, please." And then the four golems begin locomotion immediately, pulling the chains in one direction and lowering the platform in a very rickety sort of fashion as it begins going down towards the first floor. And finally, what you see before you and towards the center of the room is an oaken wood, or what was an oaken wood platform, quite well rotten. In the golem, the chests, and he says, "My apologies, I wasn't really expecting to entertain anytime soon." And he steps onto the platform, beckoning you all to join him.
I stand next to him.
I'll join.
I'll join.
I go there too.
All right.
Lucia will try to run to catch up. Now, actually, now able being to run since she cut her dress.
There you go.
Oh, Lucia, you look great.
You know, we're not spending
Thank you.
very nice.
You have a trash can? She like hold up the hair.
The way this place is looking, you can pretty much the entire place.
Oh my god.
Maybe Dolph can nest with it.
Dollop's not here. And Twyla looks really sad.
It's okay, Twilight. He'll be back soon, like tomorrow.
Yeah. I haven't been without him in a long time. It feels really weird.
Any of you who had magical effects attributed to them, enchanted items or otherwise, the moment you enter the place, it feels distinctively like lighter in here. More stagnant, almost.
Dead air.
That's an
Derek?
interesting concept.
Derek?
Any sort of arcane back.
Oh.
No, no.
Derek,
It was a moment, Derek. You're lagging a bit.
can you hear us?
Yeah, can you guess? Hello?
You're lagging really bad. Can you repeat everything that you said?
No problem.
Oh,
Problem.
fuck.
I was going to say, those of you, first of all, check 1, 2, 3. Check 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, it's better
Okay.
now.
Better.
Those of you with any sort of like arcane background would know that the effects you're feeling right now are not dissimilar to those of an anti-magic field. you in particular, Twilight, would have felt the effects of these having spent time where you've been educated. It's probably not really abnormal to you.
Yeah.
All right. And then,
Crum's going
as you
insane
all
in the
step
game
onto the
about
platform
design.
together, Rudolph has to sort of like a little bit of like the best he can anyway, a sort of like warm smile to Lucia, and he says, "You look, it's quite nice." And then he
Thank
looks
you.
to the golems, and he just says, "Fourth floor," and they begin tugging at the chains once more, and you feel the momentum of yourselves being lifted off the ground from platform upwards. And as you're being lifted, he says, "Pay no mind to the second or third. They're not very safe to step on just yet. I've been meaning to get to work on those."
Lots of
And
traps or
indeed, you pass
something?
the second floor, and there are kind of like there's like an oaken beam flooring around it, but it looks very much rotted. Um, it looks suspicious to sort of step on. The third is much the same, although there are some crates, drapes, cloths, stuff like that. It looks like at one point it was used for something, but has since fallen into disrepair. And then finally, the topmost floor. Hold on 1 second. There we go. Unlike the levels below, this room shows signs of recent habitation, and although the place reeks of mold and mildew, it has plenty of creature comforts, including a cozy bed, a desk with matching chair, bright tapestries, and a large iron stove with plenty of wood to feed it. Light enters the arrow slits, as well as the dirt-caked windows with brown shutters. Other features of the room include a standing suit of armor, a wooden chest, and old wooden rafters bent under the weight of the tower roof, which has somehow remained intact. Mounted to the rafters are pulleys, along which hang iron chains that support the tower's elevated platform. There is a small set ladder set that goes onto the ceiling, it seems. And as he gets there, the chains stop pulling. He steps off onto the platform. He kind of gestures around. He says, "Well, it's not much, but it was home, or at least it was about 4 or 5 months ago. So here's the tricky part. I'm going to have to see if I can get you guys to the fourth floor without me. Is the shift click going to work, you think?"
Shift click should just
Yeah,
teleport
shift click should
everyone.
work. Yeah.
Yeah, that should be
Shift
no
click should work.
problem.
I'll see what I can do. Second.
I might even be able to just shift click Twilight myself. Let's see.
I am
Not
here.
even gonna try. I'm so bad at it.
I'm here.
I have a new mini too. I shall post because I forgot to.
Oh yeah, new mini. Woo.
I also will have. I just bought the 3D digital, so I have to work on next week adding it in.
And
Bless you.
bless you.
Plus,
Thank you. I was just bad lately.
A little bit of trouble in this. I always
If
have
s-
hard.
whoa, I will ask you to shift click me, Derek. I am so bad at this. I
You know,
It's not
apologize.
working for me.
Derek,
I'm
you could
afraid.
just go and you made them all unique creatures, right?
Yeah.
Like all of our player characters, you could just go into the unique creatures tab and just place them all down again.
That's probably what I'll do. Anyway, he kind of looks around a little bit, Rudolph, and he goes over to the suit of armor in particular, and then he just whispers, and as he does, the suit of armor kind of steps up from its platform.
I bought it with the wrong
It steps
eye
up from
color.
its platform, it draws its sword, and it stands before him, and he says, "Watch the first floor, would you?" And that animated suit of armor steps onto the platform, which begins lowering down.
Twilight's gonna look in awe a little bit, like, ooh.
It's not much, but since magic doesn't work on it, it can't be scryed. It's about as safe as you can get here.
We can't be
I guess that's
scryed on
true.
it. That's good.
This is cozy.
Hold on a second. Cozy. That's generous. We've all had a rough go of it. Okay, I just placed Farron. Let me know if you got her.
Oh,
Yeah, she appeared.
Yeah, okay. He just kind of goes, "You've all had something of a rough go of it, so make yourself at home. Get your pots ready, all that."
Thank you.
Thank you.
I'm gonna go look out the window.
As you're doing this, he's going to kind of rifle through the papers at his desk and begin kind of collecting what he has available. All right, what are you all doing at this moment?
I'm gonna be sad that I can't make any flowers for anybody. But I'm gonna be thinking a lot about Ismark and about how Strahd is gonna react when he finds out what happened. And also, how cunty girl boss Lucia looks.
Such your bestie. Yeah.
I'm gonna be kind of looking around, observing everything, trying to take everything in the best I can. Twyla is very exhausted, slightly
Oh,
hurt,
absolutely.
and very just mentally confused and just running circles around her head about the day. And also, she doesn't have her emotional support doll-up now. So she's just gonna be kind of looking around, but like a little bit of a lost look in her eyes.
It's a hard time to be a Twilight right now.
Rudolph.
I'm gonna hold her hand if she lets me.
I'll hold
Do you
it.
have
Rudolph is like, sort of, he's not going to look away from him rifling through the papers that are left at his table and in some of the chests. But he's just going to pipe up and say, yeah, how can I help you?
You have a workshop. I want to take more cracks at this, and she like pull out the pistol.
He kind of gestures over towards the it's an L-shaped table, and the right side of it seems to have some components, metal filings, bearings, things like that, small hammers and tools. It looks like he's no stranger to working with small mechanical parts. He says, "You're free to take a crack at it if you like. I'm just going to be collecting myself. It's been a while since I've been at this headquarters."
Take your time.
I'll take my own look at this. Hopefully I'll actually crack it. If I have someone that knows a bit more about this than me. And she'll like look at Twyla.
You see Twyla like doing like a little bit of a 1,000-yard stare, but you can get her attention if you want.
I'll give her some time.
Ark is going to simply move over and sit by this other window, looking out from atop the crate or whatever is there, and he's just gonna like stare out over everything, unmoving.
Indeed.
Lobren
Yeah.
and his retainers are going
You've got
to
free
look
hands,
over.
don't you?
Huh?
Your retainers are indeed up here. They've kind of like Bruner is already kind of like sitting with his back against the top in the corner. Elizabeth is sort of seems to be sketching down notes about what the tower is like and its magical effects. And Rolf is standing regally in the state.
Oh, Rolf.
Rudolph kind of turns to you from looking through his papers, and he just kind of says, I need something from Ez's wagon downstairs. Would you mind grabbing it for me?"
He says that to me?
Yeah.
Sure, yes. What do you need?
Well, it's just that I can't seem to find my journal, and there's only one place that can be. She's
said
never
his
been a stranger about his journal, yeah. And he
Journal,
says
sorry.
she's never really been a stranger about rifling through my goods, so I suspect that it's there. But please, just mind yourself. She has an odd sense of humor.
Very well. I shall be
As
ever
you step-
vigilant.
As you step onto the platform, Rudolph just goes ahead and says, "Floor 1," and then the chains begin sifting once again, and the platform begins lowering. Like so.
That. Whee!
And then finally, you're on the first floor once again, and you have the mud-covered cart. You have the mud-covered cart. I wish I knew how to do that.
Lobren
Yeah,
just like
part
raises his
before
hands
you,
up
quite
above his
empty.
head like it's
The
a
back
roller
door.
coaster.
The back door, with a sign on it that says "Werewolves Welcome," seems to be where the main entrance is, although it's got a padlock on it.
Well, you didn't tell me there was going to be a lock on the damn door. I'm gonna like try to see. Whoa! I guess I just teleported inside. No, I'm gonna try to see if I can. Is the lock like when I woke up to it? Is it currently like pressed and locked, or is it kind of just hanging loose now that I'm a little?
Oh, it's locked. It is quite locked.
All right, I'm gonna try the door anyway. No budge.
No, that shit is locked up tight like Fort Knox.
God. All right. I'm gonna walk back up and go on the elevator again and go 4th floor.
And as you do, sure enough, it begins moving.
Yes, I need one of
The
these.
golem's pulling the chains.
Back up the estate. And then I'm gonna get back upstairs. Rictavio, you forgot to give me the keys. It's locked.
I don't have any keys. It's not my cart.
So you want me to get something from a locked car?
Sorry, beer back.
You
You're a
want me to get
resourceful
something-
lad, aren't you?
No, not really. That's not my forte, really.
Let's
Resourcefulness.
see. He's gonna turn from his table. He's gonna look around between each of you, and he's gonna say, "Which one of you is resourceful?" And
No, I
protect
can
this
do it.
able-bodied
I
man?"
can do it still.
Maybe Ark could help you. Ark
no,
is knowledgeable.
No. I've got it. I don't want to bother Ark. He looks very interested in looking out that window. 1st floor.
Are you sure you don't want any help?
Oh, 1st floor.
It's as you're asking this, he's already going down inside. No, I'm fine.
Yes.
Okay, and you're
All right,
and you're at the
okay.
cart once more.
Back outside.
Oh,
Here we go
God.
again. Alright, new open the lock. Alrighty. It's one of those magical locks.
And try
You are
knocking.
face first. You are face first to a wooden sign that says "Werewolves Welcome" and a padlock. What are you doing?
I'm going to say unlock. Then I'm going to
Nothing
say
else.
werewolves welcome.
Nope, nothing.
Then I'm going to do like a little werewolf sound like ooh. Like thinking it's like a magic lock.
Can I hear this for the 4th floor?
Do we hear this
Yeah, the
outside?
window-
Can
the
I hear
windows-
yahoo?
The
I'm gonna
windows
yell
are
down.
open, so
I'm gonna
yes.
yell down and say, "You
Lord,
gotta
stop
make
that.
it more convincing, Lobren."
Lobren, did you try knocking to see if anyone's home?
What?
Did you try knocking?
What? He's just gonna go
Hold on,
back.
I'm coming down. First floor.
If
I'm
only
gonna
I could cast
scream
message.
at the top of my lungs, not on the thing, but I will say, "She said, did you try knocking?" But like as
No.
loud as I possibly can.
Alright, I'm gonna try knocking.
Okay, you do. Nothing happens.
Oh,
Alright. Let me try it the old fashioned way, and I'm gonna try to break down the door with brute force.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead and roll. Go ahead and roll. Oh my God. Go ahead and roll either athletics or strength.
Roll athletics, because I'm proficient in it.
And then Derek is gonna roll 7d10.
Seeing Lobren wind up for this, I'm gonna turn and go.
Wow.
I'm gonna turn and go. I can't watch this, and I'm gonna go to the
I
table
can.
where Rictavio and Lucia are, and I'll say over my shoulder to Farid, "Just let me know if he kills himself."
Okay. I'm just looking out the window.
Alright.
Like, go Lobren!
Time for the
All right. 21.
So
You're
he's
quite
gonna
strong.
What did I miss?
sit about 10 feet back and sort of lift up his shield. His sword is sheathed at this point, of course, to prevent injury to himself.
Just trying to unlock a door,
And he's
Lucia.
gonna sort of just charge forward with the shield and try to like crack it open and then fall on like top of his shield. That way he doesn't like injure himself too bad.
Okay. With 21, and with your massive strength and your weight, you bust through that door very quickly, and you have a brief moment where you see that the door was attached to a wire. A wire that was
Oh.
attached to another wire up towards the ceiling. And hanging from that wire was this flask of orange liquid.
Oh,
And now you see,
fuck.
as you enter the wagon, there are many, dozens of those flasks all along the ground. And as the door opens, the wire breaks. The first
Alchemist
falls.
fire.
Go ahead and roll a dexterity saving
Oh,
throw.
God.
Go ahead and roll.
fuck.
Hold on. I do have I do have advantage on these in.
No, sorry.
saving
Constitution saving
What?
throw, not dexterity.
No!
I
No!
can't
I'm reading the book. I'm
guidance
reading
on
the
him
book
through
says
the window.
Constitution.
No,
I'm sorry.
you're lying.
No, you're not.
You're
As a matter of fact,
lying.
all you guys hear from the window is a colossal.
Oh.
23
Wow.
on the
Yeah, but
con
his
save.
book is gonna go up
Okay.
in flames.
Lobren,
All right.
you better get that fucking
Reach.
book.
I didn't expect that.
She's a
Okay,
joker.
hold on.
I didn't think she was
Hold
gonna
on.
fucking.
Let me just roll a few things.
Hey, let me just roll 70-20 halved.
Oh.
I
It
didn't
sucks
realize
that
that-
I was gonna like try and like cast guidance on you from up top, but then I remembered I can't cast any spells. In
He's
here.
like, she's a bit of a practical joker, so be careful. Yeah,
Would I?
I
Wouldn't
didn't think she
even be
was
able to
building a
touch you.
fucking bomb in her car. I don't have all my health right now, too. This could be bad for me.
Yep. I said let me know if he kills himself.
Uh,
That would be such
Twyla,
a long
he
way
might
to die
he
then.
might be killing himself.
I figured.
That would be the most
What's going on down there?
Lobren
Lobren is what's going
Uh,
on down there.
death.
Yeah.
Oh, listen. You gotta play the
Lobren,
character.
are you
Okay, so
the
you
alright?
character.
take. How much?
What?
He's breaking up again.
You take half of 62 damage. So you take
Ooh.
31.
31? I'm down, but
see.
that's not more than half of my health, I don't think.
Shit.
30.
I'm gonna say.
Hey, you're alive. Cool.
I'm gonna say, run off! Get me to floor 1!
So
If he Flip that
you,
into
you
Jesus
take 31. You take 31 points of fire damage, and you are knocked back 15 feet.
Oh,
You land on the grass, quite unconscious. The entire wagon is on fire. There are splintered wood all over the ground. Those of you upstairs, you hear this gigantic. You hear as much as you feel the vibration of this gigantic concussive boom, as well as the
Why do
smoke
we send
cloud.
Lobren to
And
do
then
things?
Rudolph just kind of perks up and says, and Rudolph kind of perks up and says, "Oh."
Floor 1
And then he
fell!
runs onto the platform and
I'm
says,
jumping
"First
up.
floor."
This goes.
I'm going on the first.
Ark is
I'm
also-
going. I'm going.
I imagine,
Also going
I imagine their trajectory because he landed on a shield. He's just gonna be like
I am also
an
going.
up and over fucking arc of a blast back. So I go like,
Okay, and all of them get to the first floor. Rudolph kind of sees the
Someone
scene and puts his hands
teleport
on his
me.
head, and he just kind of says, "Oh."
Oh, yeah.
All right, what are you guys doing?
I'm gonna
I'm
yell.
gonna run up
go for
and
it.
cast Cure Wounds on him.
I'm running
Okay,
to
go
the
ahead.
wagon, getting my arcane focus, slipping it on my finger, and then I'm gonna be casting frostbite on the wagon to put the fire out.
Okay,
All right, Lobren, that's
I'm not gonna have
12
you roll
hit
for that.
points that you get back.
Oh,
Ah!
cat.
I'd be at 1 if we're counting negative HP, but should I just go to 12?
We'll just have you go to.
I guess it doesn't.
Yeah, we'll have you at 12. 12. That's fine.
All right, so Lobren comes to and he's just coughing. He just looks like ash covered with his hair like spiked up. Like
Gonna
one of the
smack him in the
cartoon
face.
characters.
What were you thinking?
Oh, what the hell happened? Oh, whoa.
I'm casting frostbite on the wagon.
I must have triggered an explosion of some sort.
Yeah, no shit, Lobren.
Well, I did get in.
Rudolph is kind of looking through the sort of embered remains of a myriad of belongings. It looks like there was a good amount of stuff in there, and he's just going to say, "Well, she's going to kill us."
You could have warned me there was going to be a bomb down here. I thought it might be a
I
joke,
didn't-
like a fun potion or something silly.
I didn't know there was going to be a bomb in here.
Well, I didn't either, clearly.
Oh, group potions. There it is. There's the potions.
Could
There's
really
the
use that.
group.
Where did I put that magical stone? Oh, yeah, I rested it on the side of the car.
I'm casting frostbite back to back to back. Is this helping? Like, is the fire going out?
I can try
Yeah.
Ice Knife,
No,
but that
it-
might be
you-
bad.
It's not like a wildfire. It's more little embers here and there that are kind of like... It's a pretty wet area. So
Quick,
nothing's
smother
really
it with my
touching.
red
It's how
hair.
it's tough.
What'd you say, Derek?
It smells awful now. I said it's quite like a moist area, and nothing's really catching. The tower itself is stone, so it's not like with a couple of frostbite. It's like yes, this is quite contained.
Okay, but the cart's like not
That
smoldering
said,
anymore.
everything that was inside of that cart. No, well, there's not really much of a cart left. It's mostly splintered wood. There's a couple. There's a strewn wheel here and there.
Well,
The
we were
thing is
bound to
quite
have one
destroyed.
fuck up this campaign.
We probably had more than one. We
Yeah,
just don't
it's
realize
quite.
it.
Well, you're all alive, so how about that?
True.
It's quite
True.
destroyed.
If I failed that
And
save, I
Rudolph,
would have died.
If he died, that would really
with his
fuck
eyes
it up.
quite wide, is going to just kind of step back into the tower. He's going to say, "I'm not going to think about this right now." He's going to
Fourth floor, please.
Oh, maybe it's a good thing you haven't seen her in some time. Lobren just says after him as he walks in.
I'm gonna follow him back inside.
And with that, let's take a quick 10-minute pee break, smoke break, whatever it is you got to do. I got to get a drink for that.
You
good
guys
potion.
take your potions.
Oh yeah, I
Oh,
redeemed
great
your
heavens.
potions.
Cheers, everyone.
Hee-hee.
We'll be
Fuck
taking a
up.
10-minute break. We'll be back at 8:30 on the dot. We will see you in a minute. Let me just refresh our timer.
Yoick.
Yeah.
Yoick, are you still here? Can you look for my other Faerun?
I did. It's not here. I'll have to get that later.
Aw,
Oh,
okay.
sorry. Be right back.
Bye.
Well, this is going swimmingly.
We were bound to have one massive fuck up.
What we just did was already a massive fuck up, and now we just set someone's cart completely ablaze. That ally is not going to be an ally anymore.
That person wasn't a fuck up. Well, to be fair, they should have had. Lobren wasn't a werewolf, so just, you know, should have known better. Oh, I get it. It says nowhere was welcome because they wanted to blow up a werewolf when they left it in the forest. I get it.
There was probably some kind of riddle in there for unlocking that cart or something, but oh god.
It's not like they're gonna kill us. Not even Richton's that mad at us.
Not his property.
Yeah, so not our problem either.
Ugh.
Don't leave a wagon out in the open with a bomb in it. Besides, it was Lobren that did it.
Are we gonna throw Lobren under the bus?
right, I'm back. Hello.
Welcome back. How's your connection doing?
Can you hear me okay?
Yeah.
Well, then I guess it's all right.
Excellent. What are you having? What's your beverage of choice?
So down here, they have my favorite type of beer that I can't get up north. It's called Devil's Backbone Vienna Lager. It's my
Oh yeah,
favorite.
you love that
And I'm
one.
happy. It's so tasty. I wish we could get it up there.
Oh, Derek.
Yeah?
Crimson's got a little gift for you.
No. No. Listen, let's just talk about this, Crimson. Crimson, let's talk about this. I know you and I haven't always seen eye to eye, right? We've had our differences. But let's just, for instance, I think Lobren, who just blew up that wagon, deserves the drink, right?
You
That's
could
fair.
double it and pass it to the next person, DM. You don't have to take it.
Well, no, hold on. Let's just see what he says, because maybe he's on my side this time.
Maybe he's
I'm gonna
cooking.
give
I don't
Crimson the
Buddy,
think-
benefit
it's
of the
been a
doubt.
while.
I don't think Crimson's on your side.
You know what? You guys are not giving him enough credit. I think Crimson,
You didn't even see what he
he
said.
used my hard work. What did he say? It's following his message, and I'm frightened.
Oh, you can't see it?
He says that he's not on your side.
He says it's been a while, buddy. You passed the last one I did.
Damn it. All right, well, such is the way. All right.
Also, Cadillac
I've
Jack.
pled my case.
Cadillac Jack.
There
That's
we go.
that's my old laptop from like back in college. I think I bought it in like 2018. It's kind of an old piece of shit at this point. I've been telling him he should get like a Chromebook or something else for a while.
I had been meaning to get my own new laptop for work and for other things. Obviously I can't lug my desktop around everywhere I go. I'll get around to it.
Hashtag get Derek a goddamn Chromebook.
Hashtag prevent Crimson from making me drink anymore.
Huh.
Mm.
You know, you technically don't have to.
No, I have to. It's sacred. My word is my bond.
Uh,
Let me look around for Farron's new mini again.
what
See
is
if
the
I can find
phrase?
it.
Like, I release you from your something bonds
Remember.
from the third Pirates movie.
So I release you from your
From your something bonds. I don't remember what it is.
I didn't realize that I
Oh.
was muted for the past 2 minutes.
Indeed.
Crimson, you can't be talking like that. Aztec is right there.
It is strange though. I heard
You
what
don't
you
understand.
said about looking for my mini. I don't know how Winter made it pop up.
There's like a whole menu about it, which is why I'm worried that the laptop's just not going to be able to do it right now.
Oh.
I'm
well,
on the
then
Hero
forget
Forge
about it.
menu.
Do you see it in the bottom toolbar?
You'd probably notice the difference. I don't know if you'd notice. She just has the one thing that's noticeable would be her staff is no longer a moon, and I made her hair longer.
Well,
can-
not to worry.
I can
Worst
help
case
you figure
scenario,
this
I'll
out
just
when you
make-
get back.
Yeah, like it's really not that important.
Yeah,
now.
on worst the worst case scenario here is that it waits until Saturday. It's not like we don't have a mini for it.
Mm-mm. We chillin'.
You know, Crimson has a point.
We do conspire with each other. I'm not going to comment on that because I don't want you to know the extent to which Aztec and I conspire.
Oh.
Aztec is a very great person to ask D&D questions. They're very knowledgeable, very
You are
smart,
so
and
right,
very,
Mookie.
very thorough. And very kind.
Yes, very
Aw.
clever with D&D ideas. Aztec's the first person I always go to with new ideas.
He's gonna get tired of our shit soon after we bombard him so much with questions.
Probably, yeah. I have 12 new ideas that I have to run by him, so he's probably gonna get sick of me real quick. Anyway, if anything really bad happens in this campaign, It's not my fault. You can blame Aztec. Take your complaints to Aztec. It's not me.
I'll remember this.
And as a matter of fact, anytime you're mad at me for any outcome in the campaign, it was probably Aztec that talked me into it. Just remember that.
I'll remember this. Well, yeah, Aztec just said it's 100% mine, so there it is.
I didn't expect him to.
He said, no, yeah, that's true.
That's perfect.
I'll blame Lobren for this one.
Yeah,
Well, are we all back? It has been 10 minutes.
Are we all back?
I am.
Okay. Well, hey, we set the time limit, and let's continue with it. As he's getting onto the platform, Rudolph kind of looks over to you, Twyla, and he says, "Do you got a moment? I'd like it if we had a moment or two to talk."
She gives him a nod with like another. She doesn't have like that exactly lost look on her face anymore. It's just kind of full of like concern to the point where it's almost to the like that like that breaking point you get to after so much stress where it just becomes like a zen moment. It's getting to that point.
Oh, like the moment where you just snap and now you're normal again.
Yeah, exactly.
Disassociation.
I've had moments like that.
Okay.
I'm removing the
Cool, someone else hasn't.
back, by the way.
The what?
You're removing the what?
The cleansing stone or whatever that little magic item I had from my inventory because I assume it's either a fine dust right now or gone.
It's on
So
the
as
other
Rudolph
card.
takes the platform,
No, I put it on
as
this
Rudolph
card.
specifically takes the platform up with Twyla. All of you, I'm assuming, will take the next one up. It's like he's on an elevator and he hit the close button on your face.
Oh.
He gets up to the 4th floor and he says, "Here, just up this way. One of the best views you'll probably have seen in Barovia in some time." As he gestures to the ladder, he gets up towards it, takes his time climbing it, gets onto the slated stone roof, which is mostly, as far as the condition for this entire tower, the roof is pretty intact, no holes. It wouldn't leak if it got rained on. Doesn't look like. And he steps onto it, kind of offering you a hand down, Twilight.
I take it.
Mm-hmm. And as you get onto it, you notice that the slanting of the roof is in such a way that you can stand on it comfortably, if not like do acrobatics or anything like that.
Like we're not gonna immediately slip and fall.
No, nothing like that. It's relatively stable. And he sits himself down on the roof, and he kind of looks up towards the sky a little bit, and he says, "What do you think? It's one of the more peaceful locations I know of in Barovia."
We're sitting on the roof.
Mm-hmm. On the roof.
On the roof. She's kind of dazed after everything from today, but she'll look to him and she'll take a seat next to him. And look up. What's the sky like? Is it just completely fucking gray like usual?
It's dark and gray. Yes, it is.
Okay.
And yet, as you're looking, he kind of like gestures with his hand a little bit. And he says, "If you look really, really closely on certain nights, I find that you can see where the moon would be if we could see it. Just this little softness behind the clouds."
She squints her eyes and strains for a minute. And looks I'm assuming we've got like a decent view from up here.
Yes, you do. It's far and away the tallest thing. I mean, keep in mind you guys are in the middle of a lake.
By the way, I meant to ask this, I guess, before. Is he still disguised as Rictavio? Or is he Van Richten right now?
At the moment he is. He's got his hat on.
She'll look around and she'll go, "No, it's funny, but you never think you'd find something beautiful in a place like this. Sometimes the land is nice."
You know, you spend enough time here and it sort of makes you realize that beauty's even in the worst of places. You just have to look a little harder.
You know, I'm sorry for what just happened. I know that probably has its own consequences. And I'm sorry that we kind of roped you into whatever it is that we've gotten into. I feel really bad about it. End of today hasn't been easy.
I've been in this longer than you guys, I can tell you that much. And it's not me you have to apologize to. No, I'm afraid you'll have to do your apologizing to someone far less understanding. That's a problem for later. I'm not sure where she is. I haven't spoken to her in some
Oh,
I
time.
think Andy went AFK.
I don't imagine she'll be very happy with me, for one thing.
Well, if anything, it should be Lobren that does the apologizing.
Yeah, well, cross that bridge when we come to it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's at this point that she's actually gonna drop her half-elf form. She's gonna turn into a changeling.
He's just gonna kind of see the main. Let's see the art.
There's the alt
why are
art.
you
Hell
blue?
yeah.
What is wrong with you?
And he's just gonna look to you a little fondly, give you a bit of a smile. He's gonna like almost tip his hat a little bit, as if to give like a sort of formal greeting. And his hat comes off momentarily, sort of silvered human form before he puts the hat back on. He says, "Normally I join you, but circumstances being what they are, I think we have to play this one close to the chest."
I understand. If it's alright, I just feel comfortable. And she's gonna give him a smile, which is probably the first time she smiled today.
He gives her one right back, and kind of places a hand on her shoulder a little bit, and then he stands to his feet and he says, "All right, while we've got some time, why don't you show me what you can do with that there sword?"
What?
On the roof?
Won't we fall?
Fiddler on the roof, baby. Not if you're savvy enough.
Okay. And magic doesn't work, right?
You telling me you're scared?
He looks a bit unconfident. Or saying, listen, I'm not that great with this. I didn't do very well in school. And I got, well, I'm not gonna get into that. There was a lot of consequences for insufficiency. So, will you be mad at me if I don't do well?
Not at all. In fact, that's why I ask. I can tell that's what you think, but we'll take it slow, okay? And he kind of draws his sword cane out. And he kind of takes his foot and he's like, "All right. First, we're going to start with your footwork, okay?" And he kind of steps to the side a little bit, giving you he has sort of like a wider sort of fencer's staff. Looks like he was well trained, formally trained at one point.
Okay. I'll take up my rapier and I guess we'll spar? Fence? I'm not sure what to call this.
It's less that he's looking for sparring and more that he's kind of going through like some basic motions with you. Taking it very kind of slowly. And over the next 5-10 minutes, if you're amenable, he sort of goes step by step and showing you some very basic kind of stances, forms, gestures, flourishes. And, at each moment, he's sort of giving you very soft but firm kind of reminders and pointers on where you should step here, where your guard should be here. He'll give you a little bit of a chiding on, like, you're a little too stiff here, X, Y, and Z. But it's otherwise quite a sort of more softer, more intimate sort of tutelage session, as it were.
Very well. Phyla will do her best to keep up with his instruction.
The rest of you, as this is going on, as you hear little footsteps on the roof, what are you all doing?
I was gonna say, are we back up? This was like a long wait for the elevator.
Well, we're on the floor underneath
it-
him, I guess.
Yeah. Well, I
Within
guess
this time period, you guys all know how the elevator works at this point. Within this time period, it would have been easy enough for you guys to make your way back up there. Your retainers never left, but as you get back up, they see your soot-covered face, and Vernor stifles a laugh a little bit, but then Rolf, in an anxious sort of voice, says, "Master Broken Wolf, are you all right?"
And ask me about it.
"We saved the bed for you, sire. Why don't you?"
Yes, the bed. Yes. That food.
I think
Yes,
at
sir,
this
yes,
point, Aaron would just sort of lay down and attempt to take a long rest, but probably not be able to fall asleep for a while. He's
Okay.
gonna have some trouble sleeping tonight.
Okay.
Taking the bed for sure.
Oh, I'll just curl up in a corner. I don't give a shit.
I don't
grew up in
care.
the
Surely you have a bedroll, right?
I don't care if it's Van Rick.
Maybe. I grew up in the
Taking
woods,
that
though.
shit.
It's okay.
Yeah, that's fair.
Lucille, just do
Fair
a short prayer before rolling up a bedroll.
Okay. As you guys all get into bed, you hear the sound of
Wait, there's
the
one more
sound.
thing I want to do before I go to bed.
Go ahead.
Touch yourself.
No. Where?
The Favorite Goon.
Hold up. Oh shit! Where the fuck? I've just been teleported like downwards. Give me a second.
It says you're on the 4th floor.
Yeah, but it like took me out of the building.
Oh.
Like I started to move my thing, and now I'm like not in the building anymore.
For me, you're still on the 4th floor.
Yeah, no, I see it. I just can't like, you know how like you drag the little green thing down and it like
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
it's not working.
Huh.
Never mind. I'll figure it out later. Ooh, Tailspire's being really glitchy. I'm gonna exit and then
That's all right. Let's just
come
leave a
back
reminder
in.
for now.
Yeah. I'll
problem.
come back in a second. It's acting up.
What were you saying,
So
Derwick?
what you guys hear a little bit closer to the tower at this point, right on the outskirts of the woods closest to the edge of the forest, the sound of like rummaging through the or sort of like ruffling through the forest, and there's the cries of wolf howls on the air. Although most of you are on the 4th floor and sort of settling down for the night, are there any of you still awake, keeping guard, or otherwise maintaining vigilance?
Open is past.
I mean, we're on the roof.
Okay.
I would say that I'm trying to fall asleep, but I'm probably not asleep yet. Like as I
Okay.
said, before.
What is your passive perception?
I believe now it's a 16?
Mm-hmm. What about you, Lucia?
Probably the same. Hold on. What was perception again?
10 plus your perception modifier.
Oh, way shitter then. It's 15. Oh,
That's
no,
not
no,
way shittier.
14,
That's only
14,
one lower.
14. I'm reading the wrong ones.
Oh, 14. Yeah, mine is
Those
a
of you-
16.
Those of you above 15, which should be all of you, and not even going to have you, Twyla, roll, or Rudolph, you see that there is a group of individuals that look a little bit. They generally look a little rougher. They're wearing some rags. There seems to be one kind of rugged-looking guy at the front. He's a sort of hulking dude, very, very large, walking past the easeway and onto the island. Kind of looks around a little bit. Those of you who are watching, as they sort of walk past the causeway, Rudolph says, hold on, get down. And he sort of like hunches down behind the roof a little bit and sort of watches them approach, gesturing for you to do the same, Twyla.
I do the same, and I also turn back into a half-elf.
Mm-hmm. And as they sort of get onto the island, the larger one sort of like points silently at the others to take up sort of like flanks as he approaches and knocks on the door. You who are in the top story, all of you who rolled above a 15 or are still awake, at this point you would all hear that. Just this standard knocking. What do you do?
Are any of my retainers up? Like, would they wake me up?
Elizabeth kind of pokes you a little bit. Brunor's quite asleep, and Rolf is like shoots upright. Just looks like he was about to fall asleep, but is now at attention.
I am gonna sit up and wonder where the frick Rictavio and Twyla are. And because this is not my home, so I'm thinking Rictavio's got company. What the hell? What do we do? I whisper that. I don't know to whoever is awake.
Mm-hmm.
gonna panic and look to Octavio.
He's just gonna whisper to you very soft. He's gonna go, if we take the ladder right now, they're going to see us. Let's just wait it out. Suddenly, the larger man, who I'm going to post in NPCs right now, the larger man who's taking up point, knocks on the door, but this time with like the meteor side of his hand, and he pounds on it like. And this time he calls up and he says, "We know you're in there, and we're going to wait here until you open the door."
Did we get enough sleep to at least count as a rest?
We get a
Nope.
short rest.
I got we definitely got a short rest on the cart when we were just sitting for an hour, or at least I did.
It's like, shit, I don't have any spells.
I lost no HP in that fight. Not even the temp HP that Ark gave us at the beginning of that day.
Good for you.
I just have nothing, so it's a
I
struggle.
have a lot of stuff, which is good if we need it.
We can't even cast magic from here.
Some of us almost
I'm sure you
died
guys
in
will
a
be fine.
fiery hellscape.
It's at this moment, as he's met with silence once more, he kind of like, at this point, he's looking upwards to the tower, and he almost seemingly like knowing that you guys
Hello?
Derek?
are up there.
You
He
cut
just
out a
yells,
little bit.
and there's nowhere for you
Hello?
to go. Can you hear me?
Yeah,
I heard you
last
say,
we
like,
heard
he,
is,
he knew we were up there, and then he said something that I didn't hear.
and then he said there's nowhere for you to go.
He said that you guys made quite the light show. He knows you're up there, and he's not leaving.
Fuck!
Light show. Hold on, I'll deal with this.
Aaron is gonna glare at Lobren.
I've got this. Everyone relax. I'm sure these are reasonable men. First floor.
No.
First floor.
No.
Do you want to
First
die?
floor, First floor.
We're
and
gonna
the
fucking
platform
party
begins
wipe,
lowering.
dude.
Just to let you know. Just to let you know.
Yeah,
Derek?
All right.
you cut out. What'd you
Cut
say
out.
that
Yeah,
the
can you hear
door's
me?
closed, right? The front door is closed, correct?
I said just to let you know. Yes. Yes.
All right. And
yes. First of all, can you hear me?
now we can. Yeah, you were choppy. And I didn't hear just to let you
Just
know.
to let you know what I said. Just to let you know that the chains are not quiet.
That's fine.
And as you make it down to the first floor,
And they
you
know
hear
we're
the pounding on the door one more time.
Do I know? Do I? Is
What
there
are
like
you
a
doing?
peephole or anything in the store that I can like?
Oh my god.
There's-
No,
there's
it's a
a-
solid iron door.
The door is quite solid, but there are arrow slits on either side of the wall.
Chat, are we cooked?
I want to look through at an appropriate distance away one of the arrow slits to see if I can see who's there. And can I do it stealthily?
Yeah, sure can. I mean, there was nothing stealthful about the way you came down. It was quite loud.
No, I'm sure it wasn't. Could have been anything though. Could have
Yeah.
been the ghost.
And you see him.
I have
The individual and NPCs in particular is the
Oh,
one
you-
that you're not quiet as you do it.
Gotcha. Okay.
As you're
It
peeping
disappeared.
through the hole, you see the individual NPCs right at the door, and he looks at the arrow slit and meets your eye as you look out at him and gives you a bit of a wolfish smile. And he says, "There you are. Why don't you
Hello.
open the door for me?"
What are you
No.
going to do if I do that?
We just want to have a little chat. Don't you know any manners?
I don't really answer the door when people say we want to have a little chat. I did that once and I got my ass beat. It's a long story, but I won't bore you with the details. It was a night out. But can I help you from
At
here?
this moment, it's at this moment that as you begin talking to him, Rudolph is going to kind of give you a look, Twyla, and sort of crawl. He's going to take the rifle off of his back. He's going to kind of crawl over military style along the rooftop.
Oh my god.
And he's kind of looking down his sights at the man at the door. The man at the door, for his part, kind of is looking at you through the arrow slit, and he says, "Well, never you mind that. We're a friendly sort. Just open up."
Oh, well, If
I'll
you're-
prepare a
if you're-
cantrip.
if you're friendly, then
If
well,
I'm
it's
on the-
anti-magic.
Am I
if-
on the roof? Can I cast a spell?
I thought
Are you on the roof?
the
Like,
tower
if I
was-
get up onto the roof, would I be
They're
able
gonna
to
see
cast?
you.
You might get caught. We have to stay down here.
Likely you could.
I'm just gonna say, well, if you're a friendly sort, then I don't see any harm in it, and I'm just gonna back up and get on the elevator and just go, fourth floor, fourth floor! Go back up.
The chains start rattling again as the golems begin pulling them.
How many did I see, by the way? How many people were there?
And what you hear as you're going up is the sound of like nails along the door, just going.
They're fucking werewolves, aren't they?
Yeah, we're doing this
And
again.
there appeared the amount you saw. There appeared to be 8 of them.
Oh,
8.
fuck.
Okay. 8. Okay. All right. When I get back up, I'm just gonna say there appeared to be 8 of them. They just wanted to come in for a friendly chat, which I think we all know is bullshit.
Lobren, and you decided to go down there?
Well,
Well,
somebody had to scout it out.
Check your bags. What do we have?
you are the worst person to go down there and scout out.
Oh, I did just fine, I think.
You were on the brink
Rolf kind of
of
pipes up.
death 5 minutes ago.
Rolf pipes up and he says, "Yes, Master Broken Golf is quite brave. He thinks of others before himself."
I don't doubt he's brave, but I also don't doubt that he's stupid. With
Excuse
all due
me.
respect.
I received a nobleman's education. I didn't pay attention for part of it, but that's not the point.
You don't say.
It's just his favorite having your own Lucia breakdown.
Anyway,
It's at this
you
point,
said something in bags.
It's at this point that Rudolph kind of lets one shot go from his rifle, aiming it at the floor close to the one at the door, and he pipes up and he says, "You keep waiting there, you'll have more trouble than it's worth. Promise you that much." The man kind of steps back, looks up at him with a bit of a snarl, looks between all of his compatriots that are surrounding the tower, and he says, "So be it. Sooner or later, you'll have to leave. And when you don't, well, we'll know exactly where to find you."
Hmm.
I think we're
I
safe
know.
in this tower, everyone. Quite cozy here. I could live a life here.
Forever. Yeah, that sounds great, Lobren. I'd love to live forever in this tower with you.
I have things I want to do, but I don't want to make the situation worse. So Lucia is going to keep her mouth shut, just gripping like her bow.
I'm gonna just keep
Baron
my
is
eyes on Van
livid.
Richten to
She
follow
cannot
his
do
lead.
anything. Sorry, go ahead, Winter.
I was just saying, I'm just following his lead.
Rudolph, at this point, is loading another shot into his rifle. And basically all of this happy little band is looking up at you and Rudolph at this point. They've made a perimeter, so they see you as well. And as he's loading another shot, the large, bulky one by the door kind of gestures with his hand, and they all begin hurriedly going down the causeway once more. And he says, "We'll be back. I promise you that."
Fuck you. Not
Don't
in
come back
character.
too soon!
Not
I'm
in
gonna yell that out
character.
the window.
Cadillac Jack, to answer you, Andy was not feeling well, so he had to hop off.
Oh,
Oh, Andy.
can we rest
Rudolph,
now?
at this point, just beckons you forward, Twilight, and goes down the ladder very
Wait, before
quickly.
he does.
Uh-huh.
I want to catch him before he, like, goes down.
Okay.
Before he goes down, I'm gonna approach him. I'm assuming we're gonna try to get down there fast. I'm just gonna, like, put my hand on his arm if he lets me.
Mm-hmm. He does.
I'm gonna say, there's too much going on, and I don't have Dollop, and I don't know, I'm feeling, I don't know, I guess just really alone. Will you stay with me tonight?
Well, I could do that.
Okay.
Rose gonna unload a second time.
No, that's not the intention.
Yeah, I know. It's just some joke.
No!
It's also make a comment similar, so it's just.
Feeling so alone. Party of 5 people and the retainers inside. Nothing to you.
Yeah, the person that just made
So I
everything
guess we
way
don't mean
worse.
shit.
He knew you before you knew him.
Technically, I knew Faerun before all of you.
True.
That's true.
I didn't
So
know
he kind
any
of,
of you before
if
I
you
knew
let him, he
Zero.
kind of takes your hand. He takes your hand and leads down past the ladder, and he looks between all of you and he says, "I think it goes without saying that we're not going to the first floor tonight." And then he pokes his head down the opening where the platform was, and he calls down. He says, "Watch the door. Would you hold it closed?" The suit of armor, who was just positioned by the door, now stands entirely in front of it.
Are they now on the 4th floor with us?
I'm down there,
Uh,
yeah.
Yeah, Twilight and Rudolph. Yeah, that's right.
So I'm gonna look at Rictavio and go, "Fuck was that? Who are those people?"
Werewolves we probably pissed off with the giant explosion.
Why are they mad at a giant
I
explosion?
They know we're here now.
I don't think that they're angry. I think that they have a lot of time on their hands. Let's put it that way.
Hungry.
That one in the front is not. I've seen him.
Seen him where?
Just around the woods here. I don't know for sure, but I think that they have a den not too far around here.
A den?
Yeah, my ears perk up at that.
Wait,
I
Wait.
suspect, anyway.
I'm gonna look at Twyla.
I'm looking at Faerun.
What's
We're having
happening?
we're having a brain blast.
What's happening?
Brain
Wait,
blast!
Wait, Rictavio, can I ask you something? And I'm gonna beckon
Of
like
course,
everyone
yeah.
over. And I'm gonna like pull out my notes that I have, because Twyla
Cabin.
scribbles down a lot of notes in her spare time, and she's gonna pull out all the notes that she took about the reading that they got at the Vistani camp. And she's gonna go, "Does any of this make sense to you?"
no.
Oh.
Valid.
That was really funny. What are you pointing at specifically? All of the notes, or just the one point about what we had a brain blast about?
I'm pulling specifically out the notes on the something about a werewolf den and something about a place where children either scream or cry or shit or something.
What?
Wasn't it where
Screech-
children
What
cry,
I come-
DM?
That pretty much covers all the bases.
I keep getting laugh and cry mixed up, and now I can't
Yeah, I
remember
can't-
which is the
I
real
swore
one.
it was cry, but you thought it was like
cry.
laughs. I think it's.
Thought it was cry as well.
I'm gonna say, look at it, Rictavio. Look at it. Does this sound familiar to you at all? Look at it. I got crazy eyes.
I don't really know much about this, to be honest with you. What is this referencing?
This is supposedly some fortune that was foretold for all of us by Madame Ava in one of the Vistani camps. I don't really practice much divination myself, and I found it rather fascinating, so I took as what detailed notes as I could on all of it. But you know these lands better than we do, and I thought maybe you'd know? Maybe
They got it.
something?
They got a den nearby that you know about? Maybe the exact location?
I don't know the exact location. I just know it's somewhere nearby.
They have what we need.
Do you know if they are... When you've seen them before, do they usually travel in the same pack of 8? Or have there been more?
I recognize that one at least. Couldn't tell you how many I've seen at a time, but there's definitely more.
Shit.
Maybe this is something we can stew on over breakfast. It's awful late anyway.
That could be our next key, but walking into a den of werewolves, that sounds like a suicide mission.
Don't tell Lobren.
What?
Nothing.
Right here.
Nothing,
Nothing.
Lobren.
Standing
just-
right here the whole time.
were
You
just
haven't really been
We were
quiet.
just talking about how I thought
Hold
you
on,
were
jingle, jingle.
you
Pay
were
attention to
really
this,
cool in
Lobren.
battle earlier today.
we're
Back
not
in
gonna
the
distract.
day, the back rooms,
What?
jingle, jingle, jingle.
Shut the mic up. I heard that, Lobren. You're not gonna distract me with that again.
What? What's going on here? I know there's something happening right now, and I'm forgetting what it was.
Nothing important. I would just get some rest. We'll talk
Oh
in the
wait,
morning.
I remember suddenly. Yes, you were talking about the prophecy.
No.
Yes, yes. You said something about werewolves in a den nearby.
We
I guess
didn't.
Go there.
Lobren.
Why are we all trying to gaslight our party member?
Lobren, you sound crazy right now.
You sound
Yeah,
crazy right now.
Remember, Elizabeth, did they say that? I think you wrote it down, didn't you?
He kind of scurries forward, flips through a page multiple times, and he says, "Excuse me, Master Brokengolf. There was something about a werewolf that."
God damn it,
Sure,
Elizabeth.
I didn't
Lobren's
take
just
much
gonna
time
nod
with
and point
everything.
to her. Oh yes. Thank you.
Elizabeth, he's gonna get himself killed. Again.
Now, I think I will be joining in this werewolf hunting for the glory of it alone.
Well, we're not going right now, so how about we get some rest?
Oh,
Yeah,
I agree.
You
this is why we
almost
said
burned
we'll
your
talk
face
about
off.
it. Yeah, and I'm tired of healing you.
Right. I've almost died like 3 or 4 times in this land already, so that's kind of just an average day.
Do you still have
It's
your
a little-
mustache?
Well, when you're constantly bringing someone back to life.
Well, to be honest, it's kind of strange for me, too. I feel like I can almost see my brother. He stares off into the distance.
I really want
What?
Lobren's hair to be half singed off at this point.
Stop!
Like
His
patchy
mustache is
mustache, like
There's just like
bangs
a
are
large
gone.
bald spot in the center. He's got like that monk cut.
It's
So your
a
brother
total
not
Vegeta
mustache.
cut.
around anymore?
Perhaps we should be getting to bed. It's
Oh,
getting
now
late.
he wants to get to bed. Okay, fair.
Twilight, in the
Ah!
morning, I'm gonna need your help
He
trying to
jumps
work
on the
on
bed
this
again.
thing.
Quickly.
I bet I can help.
Especially if we're doing risky shit.
Right.
As you guys are saying this, Rudolph is like taking out some very basic cloth, like kind of just like tarps and bedrolls, things like that, and laying them along the floor. He says, "Well, it's not really made to be supplying for this many people, but I make do, I suppose."
I'm gonna
Yes.
roll out my bedroll, I guess, in like this corner over here.
And thank you for letting me
Out of the
use
frying
bed.
pan straight
I'll
into
be
a
the one.
furnace.
I do appreciate you letting me use the bed, sir.
Oh my god.
I don't really think I had.
I'm gonna
much-
sleep in the exploded wagon.
Get some rest.
What did he
I,
say?
Yeah, no, there are werewolves out there.
What did he
He
say?
said, "I don't think I had much say in the
I
matter,
could
but
take
you
him.
get some
Oh.
rest."
Yes, I will remember this when I get back to my
Not a
family
fight, though.
state. Your assistance has been invaluable, as has your hospitality.
I set up my bedroll and then I look to him.
You know what? Listen. You almost directed me to my death today. The least you could do is give me 4 legs and a cushion to sleep on.
I did tell you to be careful, didn't I?
Yeah, you said she was a little bit of a trickster.
one
I didn't
second,
think
hold
that meant she was building an explosive device capable of leveling the first floor of this tower if it were inside it.
I haven't seen her in half a year. I had no idea what she was doing in that wagon.
Well, neither did I.
But well, let's get some rest. Seems like you all need it. In the
Yes.
morning, we'll make some better plan on how to navigate this werewolf nonsense.
Okay.
Sorry, one sec.
I feel like in the
Do you
morning I
all
will
go
be
to bed?
100% better.
Yes, I go to bed so I can have my fucking spells.
Lobren,
Sorry.
stop
I-
talking now.
Go to bed, go to bed, go to bed.
I set up my bedroll and I look at him.
You look at me, just look
Just
at
staring at him.
I'm
Like,
waiting for him to come over.
I'll pretend I'm
Excuse me.
asleep. I bet my
And he
passive
does.
perception notices this, so I'll just pretend I'll go, shoo.
He sets his bedroll up next to yours, and he takes his hat off as he does so. Closing up all of the windows there are slits, and he says, "Well, we should, at the very least, we should be safe and have some privacy here. More than we've had in a while."
Okay. And I'll just say as she sleeps, she's used to holding Dollop in her sleep. That's her little baby boy. So at some point in the night, she's probably gonna roll over and grab his arm and like hug it like a
Oh,
a stuffy.
very cute.
That's all.
All right.
She doesn't
and the
have her
morning
baby
brews.
boy anymore.
Philip, I'm sorry I neglected you.
I never
I have
expected you.
a question as well, DM, about the morning arriving.
Go ahead.
That temporary HP loss that we suffered earlier in the other combat, is that still lingering over us, or do we feel like that's do we feel rejuvenated fully?
After a full long rest, you feel rejuvenated. And it is just as that long rest is ending that you are all awoken
Goodbye,
by
Ark's
another
temporary.
pounding at the door.
Uh-oh, this
God.
one's gonna be a pissed off lady.
Oh shit.
Goodbye,
There's a
Ark's
pounding on the
temporary
door.
hit points.
And you hear a very agitated Rudolph! Rudolph, I know you're in there! I'm coming in! And the door at this point, in a minute after that, opens on its own.
What'd
and
she
then you
look
hear her
like?
say,
I'm gonna stick my head out, like, and she'll see just like my head sticking out from the elevator. Hello.
Let me.
I've got this key.
And then from below you, what you hear is fourth floor immediately, please.
I'm gonna be.
And then-
I'll wake up next to him, I guess.
She
Can I-
sounds hot.
Can I run
Rudolph,
over
at
and
this
go,
point-
like, try to, like, stall the elevator and be like, oh, third floor! And, like, try to, like, prevent
You
her
can
from getting to
try.
the fourth floor where everybody's
But
sleeping.
it does
Shut up.
not. It does not stop. It takes one command at a time as it's coming up. And Rudolph
damn
gets up, groggy,
No,
puts his hat on, and he just kind of like pinches the bridge of his nose, and he says, "Well, I suppose there's not."
I mean, this is good news. They don't want to kill us immediately. Just
Well,
over.
Oh.
it's alright.
And he kind of says, the platform reaches the top, and what you see before you is a sort of middling height Vistani woman with her hair tied in a sort of bandana. She's got a prosthetic leg, a sword on one hip, and an axe in the other. She's got a lot of ornamentation braided into her hair.
Do we have a picture?
She sounds
And she
hot.
kind of
Yeah,
stands with her
Lucia will start
hands
blushing
on her-
immediately.
She stands with her hands on her
Oh, she is
hips,
hot.
looking between each of you, and then her eyes fall on Rudolph. And then her eyes fall on Rudolph, and she just kind of like has a snarled lip as she goes, 6 months. 6 months I've been looking for you, and this is how I find you, with these band of clowns. And look what you've done to my wagon.
My lady.
Lucia will immediately point at Lobren. Just
Yeah, I'm just gonna
not
point my
skipping a
finger. When I
beat.
hear wagon, we all point at Lobren.
We all point at Lobren.
Lobren kind of looks around frantically until she looks at him, I guess. Does she look
And
at
she
him?
does, and then she just kind of like glares at you, and she says, "What do you have to say for yourself, you oaf?"
My lady! And he takes a knee and bows his head. Lobren of House Broken Gulf at your service.
He
And
just kinda,
he's
like,
still like
waves a hand at
sooty
you,
and
she says,
covered in
"Get,
that shit.
get to your feet, please."
Yes. I apologize for the delay of our
And she just
introduction
kinda, like-
because I was kneeling.
She just kind of like she looks exasperated. She looks back to Rudolph and she says, "Is this what you've been doing? The company you've been keeping?" And it's at this moment that you realize that, like, in spite of the fact that she looks exasperated and has the energy maintained from like being quite angry in a state of affairs, she actually looks like complete shit. Her clothing is torn in many areas. The white of her tunic is smattered with blood. She's got bruises all over the place, and she
This
looks
is just
like she's,
making
like,
her sound hotter, Derek.
Yeah.
She
Are
looks
you
like
alright?
she's recently really gone through it. And it's at this point that Rudolph kind of stands to his feet and takes his hat off and holds it at his side and he says, "Ugh, what do you want from me? An apology? I had business to attend to, you know that much. And
Lucia will
what a
put away
fine
the
state you've put my
ukulele.
tower into." And she just kind of like glares between each of you, but mostly at Rudolph, and just kind of says, "Well, one of us had to keep it. One of us had responsibilities to tend to. While you were what? Playing hideaway with your friends here? Useful lot you are." Well, go on, say something. What do you have to
Girl,
say?
you
for
don't
yourself?
even know us.
Well,
As if I needed to know you.
All right.
Just
I
kidding,
feel
you
like
know,
I feel like
I feel like there is some
as soon as
tension
I
here.
saw you, I was gonna compliment on how pretty you were. I was gonna tell you my name, and you just come in here and you're the biggest like asshole that I've met since I dined with Strahd.
He's gonna
What
step
a
off the platform. And then she's gonna
amazing
step up to you,
first
Phelan.
introduction.
She's going to spit blood onto the ground as she puts a finger up against your chest, and she's going to say, 6 months I have been dealing with this monster in that castle, with nothing to my name but that wagon that is now in smoldering ruins. And this is what you have to say to me as you sit in my home?
I'm not the one who
And Rudolph
destroyed
just
your
kinda goes
wagon,
like-
lady.
Forgive us for the bad introduction. Things have been a long day, long month for us. We just got back from killing. What was her name?
Anastasia.
I don't know.
That
Yeah,
Strahd's,
that one.
wives, I believe.
I'll just have gotten up and probably just be standing nervously at Rudolph's side.
And Rudolph is like standing up at this point, and he's just kind of like
Things
lets
are
out a long
stressful.
sigh, and he just kind of says, "Listen, I know that this isn't probably the reunion you were looking for," and she kind of like scoffs at this, and he just kind of like he steps forward a little bit and he says, "Why don't you start by explaining the state you're in?"
Do you
What
need
were
me
you
to tend
doing
to
for
your
these past-
wounds?
And she just kind of looks to you, Lucia, and she says, "You have that proficiency."
If we left the tower, I could.
Well, finally a useful sort, but I shall not be going anywhere until I get.
She
my
called me
needs.
useful.
I just
What-
want it to be known that, Derek, that when she spit blood and pointed her finger at me, that just made Farin even hornier.
The fact that
damn.
spitting blood is turning you on is a little jarring. But anyway, so what did she
Don't
say at
pink
the
shame
end?
me.
What did she say at the end?
She was
The end?
commenting on Lucia being the only useful one amongst you so far. But then she continues and she goes,
Yeah.
"And as for you, old useless sack, I'll have you know I was doing your job as you played what? Playing nice with these strangers. And what have you accomplished in these past 6 months?" Rudolph just kind of like furrows his brow a little bit and he says, "I had things I needed to attend to.
The
Things
death
that
of
will be
Anastasia?
now put on hold. And actually, there is a little bit that we need to discuss on that front." And she just kind of puts a finger up and kind of shoots daggers at him a little bit and says, "No, me first. I am here because just last night I was in Ravenloft. It did not end well for me, but I had a job to do. Perhaps that is something that is new to you, but it is not new to me." And Rudolph just kind of like is slack-jawed a little bit at this point. And he says, "You,
Excuse me.
excuse me?" And she just goes, oh yes, I was there. I had been planning for these 6 months to face the man himself. Well, suffice it to say, it did not go my way. But, well, I at least have something to gain from it." And she kind of reaches into her pocket and pulls out a pendant on a chain.
No fucking way.
No,
Son.
fuck.
And she says, "For all of your planning, your scheming, how careful you are, how could it be that you lose something this important?
That's
you
my
doing these
that's
past
my
6 months?"
bad. Do not blame him for the mistake I made.
She kind of like
I was
turns
careless
next to
with
you
that.
and she says, "Oh, I shall still blame him, because he put it into your hands and you lost it."
Actually,
We were desperate.
that's kind of my fault. I stole it.
No.
I forgot you stole it.
Oh no, it's my fault.
I'm Spartacus. Like,
Yeah, that's exactly what I was going for.
God damn, we're not doing this.
Rudolph
Point
at
is-
this point is kind of scoffing himself and he says, "Look, I'm not going to take this kind of guff from you right now. You had 6 months to plan a showdown with Strahd, and your plan was to what? Hit him with something sharp a number of times, as if I hadn't thought of that." And she
To be
just
fair,
kind of
we
spits blood on the
we
ground
wanted
once
to
more,
try
and she
that a
says-
lot too.
And she just kind of like holds the pendant out in front of herself towards Rudolph, who takes it. And he says, All right, let's go outside. We can discuss this in the light of day for what it is. It sounds like you need some tending.
And I can tend to your wounds.
Yeah, I'll cast some cure wounds on her too.
I do want to
Let
talk
me
to
help
her.
the hot lady.
Oh,
You've had your fun.
I
She steps onto
was
the
just gonna do
platform.
it to do it, but okay, sure.
Out of
Go ahead.
She steps
curiosity,
onto
I
the
wanna.
platform,
I just-
snaps her fingers once, and then points at it as if to say, "Here now." And Rudolph kind of just like rolls his eyes a little bit and steps onto the platform himself. Beckons you all
follow.
forward.
Given
will
the
also-
circumstances, I just want to ask really quick: how far do we want to go, both without Andy, and with like the lag issues that we're having off and on?
Do we at least want to like
Yes.
finish up this little moment outside?
I think this conversation's a good ending point after we finish it.
Yeah, I think so.
I took myself outside.
I do need to
I'm with
mention. I
Ark
want to
now.
talk about the part at some
I'm
point.
gonna jump out the window.
Flag that.
No, you can't do that.
No.
Yes, I can. Watch me.
I mean, you can, but
It
don't.
doesn't.
I'm
It doesn't work. I've tried. In this game, I've tried.
I've tried. You tried to
the
demonstrate.
specification.
Okay. And as you guys go down to the first floor out of the building, you feel that air of enchantment, that magic, finding its way back to you. She is like, the adrenaline gone. You can see that her horse is next to the remains of what was her wagon. And she's very clearly limping now. She looks like shit. She looks
I
like
will
she was nearly
immediately
killed.
just go over to her and I will cast Cure Wounds at. You know what? I'll be nice. 2nd level.
Let me
Hmm.
get a mini for her.
2d8 plus.
I'm gonna call Rolf down, but
It's
leave the
plus
other
your
two
spell
upstairs.
casting modifier, I
Yeah,
believe.
2d8 plus my spell modifier. So it would be plus 4. How do I open the dice thing? Okay, it is plus 4 towards her.
Okay. I have to find the right mini for this one.
Oh.
Oh.
7 damage. It's hit points are hit points. You feel free to help, Aaron.
Some
I'll
of her
cast.
wounds, which at this point are kind of congealing, a lot of the blood on her is pretty dark in shade. It looks like she took some wounds like hours ago and has since been
Jesus.
drying.
Some of these are pretty recent. You alright?
And as she's taking that little bit of healing, it's as if all of the shock of like the injury that
That's
she's been
12 more to
sustaining has
her.
kind of hit her all at once. And she sits back against like one of the last remaining wagon wheels of her cart and just kind of like lets out like an exasperated breath. And she just says, "Huh? Do you have any more of that?"
You got 12 more from Faerun.
I gave her 12 more from me.
I know. And she says that after the fact.
Oh my god.
Well, I'll do one more. 1st level this time, though. We need to help this bitch. She seems vital. 10. Afraid that's all I can spare right
Okay.
now. Don't know what
She,
danger else
like,
is up ahead.
at this point, her like wounds are mostly closed. She does look a lot better, and she's kind of like caught her breath a little bit. But she doesn't stand to her feet. We'll give it this one for now. Elven Ranger 1.
We can heal you more later.
And she just kind of sits back and nods a little bit, and she said, "Yes. It was no sky.
Derek, you're breaking up again.
Just the same. I'm not certain that he does not have eyes on me at this."
Pretty
Okay,
sure he
and-
had.
And
You're
then
kind of out of it.
Rudolph-
We're hearing certain bits.
She's referring to Strahd having eyes on her, though.
Yeah, so she basically, oh boy. She basically said that she rode throughout the night trying to escape from Strahd, who had almost killed her, and is not certain that she hasn't been watched following.
Well, he's already had his eyes on us for a while, so.
Just last night
Well,
we
so
killed
much-
one of his playthings, so I'm sure he's watching all of us.
Yes,
Lucia kind of
about
excitedly pulls out the bag and dangles it.
And she just kind of looks to the bag and then to you, has like a look on her face as if to say like, "What?"
Yeah.
It's her ashes. Her ashes are in there.
Oh, the ashes of who now? And then she looks to Rudolph as though she's expecting more answers, and Rudolph just kind of like has his eyes closed as he's leaning back up against the wall of the tower. He says, Anastasia,
That one.
And she just kind of like wide-eyed looks back to you, Lucia, and he says, "Wait, what? What did you hope to achieve in that?"
Self-defense?
She came at us.
Uh,
She was
oh,
pretty hungry, and we did what we had to do to protect ourselves.
half a year, and I thought maybe you would have had this situation under control, at least maybe had a plan. And she's talking to Rudolph at this point. She says, "Oh no, we are worse off than ever."
Oh, so he will be mad at this. Good to know.
Makes sense, I suppose.
Rudolph is just kind of nods a little bit and he says, "Well, at the very least, I haven't spent the last 6 months planning for some duel with a vampire." Just the same, we should probably discuss what we're going to make of this.
We're in his head now. That's one of the biggest factors once he learns about this. So he might get sloppy.
If I may, by the way, he's going to take a step forward and look around. I do believe
Jingle,
there is
jingle.
something that must be said. He's going to walk up toward Esmeralda and just go, "It was I who destroyed the wagon."
Ugh, I fucking hate you.
Yeah, no shit,
I
Lobren.
hate your ass so
She
much.
just kind of like
I
narrows her eyes a
wanted
little
to,
bit.
I was told to get inside to retrieve something, and tried to do so by force, which I did, by the way. Looks around at everyone as if expecting a response, and then goes, "Unfortunately, I triggered some sort of apparatus." He
Apparatus.
mispronounces it.
Get
Due
on
to low
that's
intelligence. It was intentional. And says, and says, and it kind of blacked out after that and came to smolder and ash. But, and he puts a hand up as if to stop anyone from saying anything. "I would like to offer you a sort of IOU, if you will. Rolf, if you will. If Rolf is nearby."
Write a check.
And from the top floor, you hear, "Fourth floor," and you hear, and then as you hear it close, it goes, "First floor," and you hear, at this point, like 45 seconds have passed, and then he comes running out, stands stately, and he says, "Yes, my lord."
"Rolf, please make out a IOU to the, I didn't get your name." And he'll gesture toward her.
"Esmeralda de Avenir, but I need no IOU from you."
Alright,
There
no,
were things-
please, I insist. Esmeralda, the Avenir, Rolf, write that down. My father is a nobleman, you see. Once I get back home, I will ensure you are fully reimbursed for your cart and its provisions. Do you have any ideas to the value of everything in there and total...
Forgive him. He's an asshole. We'll see what kind of shit.
And she just kind of like
Excuse
keeps,
me.
she keeps her sharp, narrowed eyes on you, Lobren, as you're saying this.
Ooh.
And then she says, "I left a very obvious warning of a trap on the back. It was designed so that the werewolves who frequent this place would know in a not-so-subtle way that I had something planned for them. These werewolves, who, mind you, most of them cannot read. And you are the one who set the trap. How can that?"
I thought it was more of like an inside joke sort of thing.
Oh, God.
He thought you had a thing for werewolves.
Yes, well, you can repay me after you... You know, I don't think you can.
That wasn't
Let's
a no.
just- And he kind of just waves his... She like waves her hand off, dismissing the matter a little bit. She says, "Listen, we have much to discuss now. Things are more serious than you realize. I fear that, we may not have as easy of a time as Rudolph may have led you to believe."
It indeed does seem like a dire time, and he'll kind of step away, seeing that, but then whisper to Rolf on his way out, "Just write in an amount to be determined, and then you can give it to her, just like sneak it in her provisions or something. Figure it out later."
So be it then. And at this point, Rudolph kind of just like nods a little bit, opens the door back, and he says, "All right. Well, let's start salvaging what we can then, shall we?" As he kind of leads you all back in. And it's at this time that we are going to call the session for the time being. I feel like
I would like
to
to
do one thing.
Sure.
Can me and Twyla make an attempt at looking at the pieces on the table and see if we can do something with the firearm?
We might
Okay,
want to hold
let's
off until next session.
Damn it.
Unless the DM wants to do
We'll
it right now.
That'll be the first thing we do next session.
Gotcha. No problem.
All right.
Fun session.
All right. So
Round
yeah,
table.
good job, guys. I know this was a lot of talking, but you guys have been fighting a hell of a lot.
Oh, I
So-
absolutely appreciated it. It was so nice to actually be able to rest and not do combat. Especially combat on my phone.
What can you imagine? All right. So let's start with some inspiration. Twice. What are you feeling this week?
You know, oddly enough, I'm gonna give it to Lobren for the stunts that he has pulled today and being very true to character, even though it could have gotten us very much in trouble. I mean, it's, you know what? I really appreciate how Lobren is and how he's doing. So, even though he blew everything up in his face and almost died, I'm gonna give it to Lobren.
Hi, Greta.
Thanks. Yeah, if I failed that con save, I actually would have died.
Yeah, he would have just straight up died!
Oh my
You would have
god.
been real lucky that I had Revivify pair. Well, I didn't.
You don't have a diamond, do you?
No, I do not have a diamond.
Then you would have been just dead.
Straight up dead.
Yeah, that would have been bad.
That would have been a
Unless
really funny way
Richavio
to
had a
lose the
diamond
first fight.
lying around, you would have been dead.
That would have been a very Lobren way to die, though.
It would have. That would have been hilarious.
But thank you.
Yeah.
for the vote.
All right. Lobren.
I think this session I'm gonna have to vote for Lucia. The haircut
Whoa.
transformation, the heals on you know, our new compatriot. I think there's some cool stuff that continues to come into your character and that seeing the transformation physically manifest.
Oh, she is crashed out, like,
Cool.
officially.
Yeah. So, yeah, so that'll be my vote for this week.
Splendiferous Faerun.
We're going for that Andy Barkley transformation.
Honorable mention to Lobren. I thought all of that was hilarious. As much as Faerun found it infuriating, I thought it was great. But my vote is going to be to Lucia for major character transformation. I love it. I love it. It's so good.
Thank you, Winnie.
You're welcome.
It's so good. And I'm so excited to see how her personality shifts with this new transition, having already seen a little bit of it, I think, and then this episode so far.
Indeed. Very nice. And Lucia.
Oh, I want to go to Faerun just because, just I don't know, comedy. Like their immediate reaction to the werewolves and all that, and then immediately to Esmeralda was great. They're always a fun character.
Is it too soon to say hot mama again?
Hot mama.
No, yeah, that too. That too. The immediate reaction.
All right, so that's I believe that means the player vote is going to Lucia. Community vote will be posted
Indeed.
in
Yeah.
Discord.
Yippee.
Feel free to vote over there for who you think did the best job.
I've just posted it now if
you.
you guys want to vote in our Discord server, and if you're not part of that, feel free to join that shit.
Everybody's gonna
Oh,
vote for
yeah.
Esmeralda.
And also
Right
check
now,
out
I'm
our
voting for the
YouTube.
wagon explosion.
And also check out our shop. We finally dropped the first of our merch. It's the sticker
Ooh.
line right now for our other campaign, Decay Within the Ice, but we do have more merch coming, including some Strahd stuff. So
Oh yeah, that's actually a really important announcement to make today. Our fucking merch shop is open. Feel free to check it out, everyone.
By now, they only have 5
yeah.
stickers left and they're in 3 people's carts, apparently.
Huh?
That's-
3 people have the bundle in their cart.
Oh
yeah.
no!
Bio.
Check it out.
Buy,
They'll
sell
bring
it. I
you
don't
away.
know.
Sell it. I don't know.
Well,
Eat
thank you
it.
Thank you so much for joining us, everyone, tonight. Ash, as
I will
always,
eat
thank
the
you for
Wayne
joining
sticker.
with us. Don't
Oh.
eat it.
And terribly sorry about technical difficulties. This will be the last time they are happening, as I will be back home after vacation.
The last time they're
After-
expected to happen, let's clarify.
Thank you,
Well,
everyone,
yeah,
for
I've never-
hanging in there
I've
with
jumped
us.
down that position. Yeah,
they
yeah,
is the
appreciate
cave for y'all?
patience.
But we'll be back Monday, and you know what? Monday is July 1st, which means we'll be back at it again with a Tailspire giveaway. So keep your eyes out.
Ooh.
Oh hell yeah!
Here.
We will see you
That's
in a
what
few
they-
days, lovelies.
Have a
See
good night,
you
everybody.
soon.
Good night, everyone.
Y'all won't see me for 3 weeks as
Night.
Dawn Trell's coming out.
No.
Oh.
Lucia's missing in action.
No. Bye bye.